Righty. G'day legends, TJC Sports here. Welcome back to our last stream for a little bit here as we have New Zealand Kiwis taking on Toa Samoa at the best stadium in the world, CommBank Stadium in Parramatta. Can't wait for this one, legends. I hope you all enjoy this as much as I do. Not too long till kickoff is due. It's going to kick off at 4:05 p.m. We're currently sitting at 3:57. Can't wait for the time to prove me outdated very, very, very soon. Hello to everyone in the chat so far here with Will. Salute right back at you, bro. The Kiwis look poised to dominate Toa Samoa, he says. They've got the strength, the structure, and the smarts to take this easily. Honestly, could not agree more, legend. But I do have hope after the last time these two teams fought. Yes, Samoa have never beaten New Zealand, but after the last one, which was kind of competitive, I'm hoping for a good one. Liam Pritchard, Kiwis by 4, first try scorer, Kieran Foran. Actually, you know what? For fun, we'll chuck your thing into the prediction thing as well, Will. But we'll also chuck the real prediction here. Liam Pritchard's prediction, longtime viewer of the channel, a true OG. We love you here, Liam. Says Kiwis by 4. First try, Kieran Foran. Wouldn't that be a great moment for him in his last game if he went out and scored a try? Hell yeah, make it the winner, bro. Honestly, though, I'm a proper neutral for this one. I just hope that we have a good game. Though if I did have a favourite, it would probably be New Zealand because of my heritage legends. Hey, Daniel Bate, bro. We'll get back to the other chat comments to say, but Daniel Bate, morning. What's up, my man? Sorry, legends, about not doing Ash's Game 3. I know that it was like stuff just came up for the other streams, all right, legends. I wanted to do the girls' final. I wanted to do all 3 streams, but it just didn't end up being possible, unfortunately, legends. I'm currently in the process of moving at the moment, and that's taking up a lot of the time at the moment as it stands here. I'm sure if any of you have moved before, you'd understand how much time that can take up. Big up to the octopus, mate. This octopus is going to be getting heavily involved in the stream. Don't you worry. When tries happen, man, we're going straight to the octopus with a forts, man. Daniel Bay, good to have you here, bro. Kangaroos beat England 3-0. They did, bro. 3 straight victories for Australia over England. Not our best performances overall, but we simply were the best between the two sides. No doubt about that one, legends, unfortunately, for England there. I was actually hoping personally that we'd have a closer Ashes series than what we got. They have confirmed that it will be back in 2029. Hopefully by 2029, we have a much closer contest between the two sides, Can only hope, cross our fingers. In terms of lineups for this game, legends, about 6 minutes till kickoff here. We have Keanu Kinney at fullback. There's a couple chops and changes here with Jermaine Asako and Casey McLean's on the wings. That's right, McLean is not in the centres today. With the centres being Chance Nicol-Klugstad and Matthew Tomoko there. In the halves, we have Dylan Brown and Kieran Foran there, with James Fisher-Harris captaining the side with Moses Leota. That is quite possibly one of the best prop partnerships we've seen in our game there, Leota and Fisher-Harris. There's a reason that prop partnership got a 4-peat. Phoenix Crossland at hooker for the Kiwis with Brighton Nakora and Isaiah Papali'i in the second row. Joseph Tapani is the lock today, with Tamari Martin, Nafo White, Aaron Clark, and Xavier Willison rounding out the bench. Scott Sorensen is the 18th man. As for the other side, Samoa here. I was going to say the visiting side, but they're both technically visiting. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck is at fullback, with Brian To'o and Murray Taulagi on the wings. Dean Mariner and Isaac Tongo in the centres. I'm very curious to see how Murray Taulagi does, because technically he's uncontracted. With Blaise Taulagi and Jerome Luai in the halves here. It's the battle of the former Parramatta 5'8", man. The two we let go. Who's better? Who's better of the players we allowed to leave? And Luai at halfback there, captaining the side. Francis Molo and Payne Arce are the props, with Lolu at hooker in a late change there, swapping with Jazz Tavanga, who moves to the bench. Jaden Sewer and Simi Sasagi are in the second row, with Junior Paulo at lock. The bench is, as we mentioned before, Tavanga, Janelle Aristevita, Terrell May, and Josh Papali'i. Ata Mariota is the 18th man here, and Klein referees the game here. Octopus to go viral. Cheers, mate. Good to be here, champion. Good to have you here, legend. And yep, the Octopus is going to go viral, man, okay? It's not going to be the TJC Sports halftime show. It's going to be the Octopus halftime show soon enough. I'm going to have to start cutting him in on the revenue, man. But I already don't make that much. I'm going to make even less when the Octopus starts taking a cut of my profit. I really hope that Samoa wins, says Rinakama. Honestly, for the game itself, I would love it if Samoa won, Legend. I would absolutely love it. Evening Legends, Kiwis 1-12 is Jason Reeder's prediction there. We'll drop that into the predictions tally to look at halftime here. For me personally, I agree. I'm going to go with the Kiwis to win this one. I don't know if I want to pick a margin because I can see this game going so many ways here. But I'm going to say that the Kiwis win. I'm going to say for any time try scorers, it'll be, you know what? Dylan Brown will score for New Zealand. And for Samoa, it'll be, you could go a couple ways with Samoa, couldn't you? A couple duper ways. Really depends which route you want to take with them. Honestly, I think I'll go with To'o to score for them. No, you know what? Screw it. Murray Talangi. Murray Talangi is going to score for Samoa there. You heard it here first. He's going to prove his point to them there. So it's going to be Murray, Dylan Brown, and the first try scorer will be, well, there's only one choice here. Casey McLean, bro. He's absolutely cleaning up the competition at the moment. I'm going up for the upset. Samoa winning 18-19 with Luai to win in the 79th minute. Rinakama, that is an absolutely insane prediction, but you know what? I love it. I love it. I want the absolute difference, bro. Oh, Brian To'o, mate. Look at him on the screen. He just looks so focused, as Will's pointing out in the chat here. Yeah. All right, Talangi and To'o are going to score. They're both going to score, all right? We've got two anytimes there. But first try scorer is going to be McLean, and anytime for New Zealand will be Dylan Brown. There you go. New Zealand to win this one in the 1-12 tie affair. Up the mighty Kiwis is Jason Reeder. Honestly, how crazy will it be, Legends? Just to preview this for a little bit. If Rinakama gets this correct here, if he actually is correct and in the 79th minute we get a goal from Jerome Luai, I'm absolutely going to flip my lid, all right? Mo, the octopus is not ready for my reaction if we've actually got the ultimate master predictor here with Rinakama. I love bold predictions like that. It always makes the stream so much more interesting. Hi, Joseph. What do you think of the Sharons who's signing with the Roosters? I think DC signing with the Roosters. I know you didn't ask me, Legend, but personally for me, DC signing with the Roosters. I don't know about it with Savala there, but you could argue that it's a bit of experience that they need to develop into the next level that they want to enter into that grand final winners competition. You could also argue that they're just losing a youngster that's going to build them for the next 10 years. Lose-lose situation, eh? Honestly, for me, my question isn't why Roosters got DCE. My question is why DCE went away from Manly. I understand that they lowballed him at the start, but it feels like over money. Surely you have some savings. It feels like over money, to throw away such a legacy. DCE for me, I was ready for Brookvale Oval to be renamed Cherry Evans Oval. Levels of how legendary he was for Manly. And to throw that away for a year at Roosters, then a coaching gig is actually insane to me. But I'm also not Cherry Evans. I don't know the ins and outs of it all, and I'm sure he has his reasons for it. Rinakama says, remember, I guessed Rapana to get a sin bin against the Bulldogs in 2024 Magic Red. You did, bro. You did. So you're not against predictions that you do that are so specific and crazy happening, man. You're not against them. It can absolutely happen, bro. And you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if it did, knowing you. If you enjoy the stream, Legends, remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified of every time that we upload on the channel. Now let's start the countdown here to kick off here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have kickoff here at Combank Stadium between New Zealand and Samoa. Samoa receiving the ball. It's a pass from RTS. And through the middle runs Molo. Molo goes solo into Nickel Klokstad, who wraps him up nicely like a birthday present. Or should I say Christmas present. We're not too far from December, folks. Then over to the left here, a short pass through the middle here from the late changer there, the number 15, Lalu. And then over to Payne Haas here. Rumors that R360 are confident that they've wrapped him up. I don't know about that, but if it has, I don't blame him too much. The money they'd be offering him would be absolutely insane. Though it would be a tragedy to our game to not be able to watch him anymore. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck then, over to the 40 here. Will here in the chat says DCE should have left Manly when he planned to. Probably should have, Will. Probably should have. Kinney now with the ball here. New Zealand receive it now, and it's a good tackle there from Samoa. Blaze Talangi and Lolo wrapping him up nicely. Foran playing in the hooker sort of role for there. Passes it off here. I know he's been named at halfback, but the hooker's doing none of the creation at the moment here. If Foran runs into the third tackle in a row, I'm going to get concerned that they don't have a hooker. And there's Crossland. Where was he? He was on holiday for a bit. Over to the left now. Fisher Harris finds the pass. Papali'i. Look at him move. Papali'i had to be wrapped up by Sasagi. I believe Simi Sasagi scored in the game that they played against each other last. I think he was one of their few try scorers. Almost round to the right here. Bro shouldn't have backflipped on the Titans, man. Liam Pritchard says, Jason Reader, I think Roosters will be the top 8 next year. I agree, Liam. I do agree with that. I do think the Roosters will be top 8 next year. I don't think DC is going to flop horribly. And now to Tarpane here. Wasn't talked about as much this year, but you'd be a fool of an NRL fan not to admit the talent that man has. Fisher Harris to Dylan Brown now. Takes off with speed. And the Taco, had to wrap him up nicely. Shablato. And Brown plays it. He's been brilliant this tournament. Down to the right here. And we run into the middle. Tomoko, he's going to have to let go of the smoke and take the tackle. Risky Opinions in the chat here. I love your name. Says it's Samoa for the win here. That is a risky opinion. But I could see it happening, man. I could see it happening. You know, it'd be an absolutely epic moment for our game if it could. Around the middle here in RTS, struggling, and they win a penalty, Samoa. Ashley Clyde doing what he does best and blowing that whistle like a fiddle. And now Talangi here to take the penalty. Don't worry, folks. If you're a New Zealand fan, they're not too close just yet. They got that penalty at the best possible point on the 10-meter line. With a wonderful temperature of just 20 degrees Celsius. Not too bad there in at CommBank Stadium in Parramatta. Over to the right here. Last time these two teams played, there was a lot of love in the air, a lot of appreciation between them. Not with this one, though. This is the big final to decide all. Who will be the champions? You train in the playground for moments like this. Luai, down the left here. Looks the pass, he gets it, round they go, and Dean Mariner's feeling his head now as he gets up there. I wonder if he wanted something from that. Nicole Feeney saying it's going to be 22-1. Okay. All the try scorers are To'o double, McLean RTS. McLean, he's bumped away from the ball here. RTS, Asako, Dylan Brown. We're going to put that in the predictions list too. Rinakama, you are such a risky taker, but I like it. Tyler, is CommBank Stadium so beautiful? It is a beautiful stadium, Liam, and you and I are lucky enough to have a team that plays at home there. And not just plays at home there, has it as their home stadium, because it is and will always be Parramatta's home stadium first and foremost. More than it will ever be a Dog stadium or a Tiger stadium. Or a Panthers stadium, it'll always be Moore and Eel Stadium. It is literally in Parramatta. And it looks like we have a captain's challenge here from New Zealand at the moment, legends. On the 20-meter line here. Isaac. Yeah. Isaac moves too early and denies a fair grip of the ball for them there. The challenge will be successful for New Zealand here. I thought just as much there. And Isaac Tungo gives away a penalty in favour of New Zealand here. If they only try scores, I'm going to flip out. Rinakama, we're both going to flip out, man. Rinakama, I'm going to rename this channel to the Rinakama channel. If you get all those correct, man, I have to, don't I? I pretty much have to. Dylan Brown now to take the penalty. And with a super touch there, he'll get them to the 40-meter. They're still on their own end, though. For those who are just listening to me and not able to watch the tellies, they are attacking from the right of your screen towards the left. So they'll be running over the left side when they're going to score. All right, that's New Zealand now. Whereas Samoa are going from the left, tacking towards the right. There you go, legends. I hope that helps you visualize it a bit better as you stick with me on this channel. Over to the right now, Crossland. And through the side, Kieran Foran with a couple little baby steps. Baby steps, legends. Baby steps. No diapers on this man, though. He doesn't need them. Tarpany to Crossland. Crossland around now. And Dylan Brown grabs by the collar. From the dummy to Papali'i, we go to Foran. To the 30 of Samoa's end here. And he looks a little confused there, Kitty, as he takes the tackle here. Tyler, do you think Newcastle Knights will make the... What's a Newcastle Legends? Do you think Newcastle Knights will make the top 8 next year? No, I do not, Legend, personally, but I could see them being the shocker, man. It would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, I've got no ill feelings towards Dylan Brown, unlike some Para fans. So, for me personally, I'll just be happy for him if he does it. Though it would have been better if he did it for us. To'o, held on the 20. Now to the left here. We go around. Dean Mariner with his arms up here. And Mariner on the 30. Moving around here. Almost forward here. Nearly gets to the halfway line even. Junior Barlow. And it's an awkward there as Barlow gets to the halfway line here. And it's a short run. Lilia, and it's going to be a kick from Luai, the captain of Samoa here. And what a kick it was there. He struggled a little, Asako. Lost track of it for a second. They had to shift his legs a little to be able to get it. And Asako will take the tackle here. I think I'm like 40 seconds behind you. That's okay, Renakama. That's okay, man. Sorry about that, bro. Hey, if it helps, you'll be ahead of me soon enough, legend. You'll be ahead of me soon enough when we do streams in the near future because I'm going to have to be sorting up all my internet and things while doing the move. Dylan Brown, almost around here. A good tackle from Blaze Talangi. He had help from Tungo. Is the general consensus that Para will make the 8 next year? No doubt. I wouldn't say no doubt, legend, but everyone's pretty confident. All right, for the most part, most people are confident Parramatta will make the 8, Daniel. Luai here in position. Over to the left. Samoa with a great piece of counter here. Over to their own 40 now. Speed with them here. Samoa. This is a great set and opportunity for them. Barlow slows it down a little there, though. Just going to the ground here, legends. Yeah, you're like a minute behind, legend. You're like a minute behind, Renakama. Leota. Over to Polo. Gets it to Talangi here. Just 2 tackles left. Tungo on the edge here. And he's lucky to not be forced out of play now as he goes to the ground there. Now to the left here. It's a good high kick there. There's a lot of Samoans chasing it. Were they all onside? That's my big question. Luai to the far left. Oh, no! Oh, no! It's the stuff of nightmares! Brian To'o becomes Brian Droppo, and he hits that out of play like he's a professional handballer. Or as I used to say in school, downballer. They say Luai knows how to play ball. That was not my definition of playing ball. Now over to the left here. And it's a let off there for New Zealand now. And nowhere to go there. CNK loses meters in it. I don't think CNK's had his best series, to be honest with you, here in the Pacific Championships. But we get a good offload from Isaiah Papali'i here. Right onto it there. Dylan Brown now goes down to his own 30. Joseph Tarpany just stepping around now here. Arms out. Trying to fend them off here. He desperately tries to get some meters for New Zealand. And how good would a 6 again be in this moment right now where the momentum's with Samoa? And oh my God! Or how about some brilliance? Crossland with an incredible kick! And unfortunately, it's just sort of hitting over the 20-meter. RTS collects the ball now. And Roger Tuivasa-Sheck will take the tackle. On the 30 now of their own end. To'o with a little bit of footwork here. Trying to pretend he's a fullback there. Goes down. Running central as a lot of wingers do around this time in the set. Over to Murray Taulagi here. Got a point to prove as he looks for that big contract. Some big players with some state of origin experience in this side. Look at him go. Payne Haas, speak of the devil. He is on the level to the 30. Junior Paolo! 19 away from the try line. Now they keep going through the middle here. Lolo passes to Haas. Haas now. Payne to score. Payne held back here. For Samoa now. For Samoa to Molo. He's going to smash on through. Is it a try? And he's surprisingly short there. You thought you'd bet on a try. And then short, and it's 6 again. They were behind. They were not square. And again through the middle. And now it's over to Haas. And they couldn't break through again. Molo. Now to the left. Luai. The toe. Brian Toy for Samoa. And Toa Samoa lead against New Zealand. 4-0 in this Pacific Championship final. You can't write this stuff. And the blue, white, and red outdoes the black and white. Because not all plays are black and white. That one was a lovely royal blue. And To'o, one of the NRL's best, smashes through, arguably the NRL's best. Cries on over, and I'm sure he's going to be thanking all of his Coca-Colas for that one. What is it? Coke Zero Sugar, he takes a lot. And the number 2 can have 2 cans after that one. Got that try scorer so far. So far, you've got it, Ridakama. So far, you've got it, man. At the moment, as it stands, you're proven correct, legend. Samoa. And I'm really surprised on the poll as well. Samoa dominate the poll at 66%. I did not expect that. I genuinely thought New Zealand would dominate that poll. Impressive stuff, legends, all around. Boom, bang, pow. Yeah, try. As Daniel Bates says in the chat. The ever-trustworthy Brian To'o. You can't teach what that man's got. And Jerome Luai celebrates with glee as he knows that was a great try assist. To be fair, though, the defense absolutely got ripped apart for it. It was a pretty easy run. Luai probably could have gone alone there. And now Talangi from the sideline here to make it 6 points on the board. The crowd showing their support behind him. Blaze Talangi! It's on its way and it's over there. He'll never let you down in those moments. And what a future Samoa may have. Blaze Talangi, by the way. Shout out to him. What a top kid he is. And not even that old either here, Blaze Talangi. I'm pretty sure he's only like my age. I'm pretty sure he's only 20. Yes, I am 20, legends. Despite some of you that think I'm in my 30s or something. Yeah, 2005. Now, my excuse for why I'm not playing in the NRL international-wise is because I'm a couple months younger. That's my reasoning, legends. Didn't have the time, opportunities. Absolutely, that's the only reason. And we keep moving here. And just listen to that. They're riding every tackle at the moment, Samoa's crowd. Sasagi takes the tackle. Over to the right. And Dylan Brown wraps up the legs nicely there to help out his defense, Papali'i and Tarpany. And Dylan Brown is involved in the defense there. That could be a penalty for Samoa. No, the referee says that you've gone for that. And no, it's just because you had a career-ending injury. You're right. My career-ending injury forced me out for a couple months, legend. You're exactly right, legend. You're exactly right, man. And hitting it over to the 10-meter line on New Zealand's end now here. It's back and forth, but it's also a 6-point lead for Samoa. And Payne asks, oh my God, it's a wedgie! It's a wedgie! Get out the purple flowers, he'll need them. Now to the right, Asako, the Miss Taco around here, gets over to 25 meters now. Then short, round to Smoko here, looking to smoke out the competition as he always does here on the channel. Past the 30. They are absolutely assaulting the defensive line at the moment here. New Zealand, they were heavy favourites heading into this one overall. And Samoa have come in with a hunger to do something that they've never done before and beat New Zealand. Kitty, wonderful offload to him. He fends them off and keeps going there. Down the middle here, held up. Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, legends, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to keep seeing this legendary content. Now over to the left, it's a very high kick there from New Zealand, and it's almost too easy for RTS considering the pressure he had on him there. Heavily expected to be 360 bound, Mr. RTS. And Talangi, he just absolutely got thunderstruck there. Nakora, where's your medal, bro? Flying with that one there. Get the cape on him. And To'o onto the 10 here. And here we go. Halfway through the set already. Onto the 4th now. They've only gotten over to the 20 now as it stands at the moment here. And now Payne Haas. And it looks like we've picked up a bit of a nick on Murray Talangi from it. We'll keep you updated on that as it keeps going here. The trainer talking to him. Is that an offload from New Zealand? The ref says it's fine. I think it went backwards myself too. And now McLean striking them forward here. Runs with it there and held. Finding himself. He's only 19 years of age and already scored so many tries for New Zealand. It's quite ridiculous. And they choose to go infield here, over the top now, on the 40. Over to the left, Leota. Leota with it down. Moses Leota wrapped up nicely like a little bow. Put a black and white bow on him. Dylan Brown, dummies, keeps going. Offloads. I think it was touched by Samoa. That would be a 6 again for them here. And Chance takes the tackle now. And that is tackle 0 for New Zealand. IPAP now. That was a bit of a line ball pass there. And IPAP goes down to the ground here. Over to the right now and through the middle. Fisher Harris wins another 6 again for New Zealand. Start holding your breath, Samoa. Lock it in the defense because New Zealand is on. Forward. Lovely pass. And Kitty now holds the ball a bit much there. It's going to be a penalty. It's a bit of a run into each other here. Sewer coming together here. A bit of shouting. And the crowd really is ripping into this one here. Jerome a little bit overzealous in that one there. Bumps his fist together, wishing that he could put them on a face. Yeah. It's a twist from Luai into the neck. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that from what Luai did. You can't be doing that, legends. And let's go. The New Zealand Kiwis will have themselves a penalty surely here. A full set of 6, 10 metres out. And just 6 points behind. This is probably the best opportunity they've had of the game to go all square. And it hasn't even been that long, legends. We're not even halfway through the first half just yet here. Moses Leota crashing on forward here. Leota held right in front. I'd be surprised if we don't see them go through again here. Is that an interference in the ruck? And he mucked it up in the play of the ball. They're not happy with each other here. Could we see New Zealand challenging this one here in a moment now? Samoa really giving it to New Zealand. Really giving it to New Zealand right now. Some very smug works. Yeah, that was a bad play of the ball there from New Zealand. The boot of Crossland just poorly placed there. The Prem winners are here, says Walshy Edits. They're here, brah. If New Zealand had SJ and Manu and Samoa had Chris and Spencer, who do you think would win? Honestly, I'd think that New Zealand would win, legend, but that'd be a really tight one. But I think New Zealand would win. For me, I just really rate the New Zealand side, man. And with those additions, even more so. I would rate the Samoa side more so with those as well. But for me, if I had to pick, as the question is, I'd go with New Zealand. I want my autograph, bro. I have a premiership. Listen, man. Come check out my toilet and then we'll talk. All right, Walsh? We'll talk after that. And Samoa with the ball here. 15 metres. They keep moving forward. It's unfortunate for New Zealand that they just couldn't take prime advantage of their opportunities there. And it's a penalty for Samoa. Even less opportunities being taken here. And Leona can't believe it. First, he messes up the play of the ball. And now he's also given away a penalty here. Lost for words. Are we sure he's a current Penrith Panther? Because at the moment, he's playing like a knight. No offense, Dylan Brown, you're great. Blaze Tulagi takes the kick. I think Walsh wants to be a fan, bro. Hopped into the stands last night. I think he does too, man. I think he does. I think he goes to bed in TJC pajamas, bro. George Allen says, hello, TJC. Hello, George. Welcome to the stream, mate. Good to have you here. I think if Samoa wins, they prove everyone wrong. Absolutely, they do, Rinakawa. Absolutely, they do. And you know what? I'll be very happy for Samoa if they win for the good of the game. I think it's so good for the game if Samoa win. The only reason I have a personal bias towards New Zealand is my heritage. Now to the right here, and Tavaga through into New Zealand territory now. Third tackle out of the way here. They've got 3 left. Tulagi takes the tackle and goes down here. Slam. Good for you, George. Enjoy those. And Luai now with a kick in the air here. It's a little bit early. Only 4th tackle. And it'll be an early collection by New Zealand here. Down goes Keano Kitty there, the Gold Coast Titan. In the last 24 hours, we've had multiple Gold Coast Titans fullbacks play, haven't we? AJ Brimson playing for England as they lost their 3rd straight Ashes game to Australia there. Shout out to Hudson Young and Harry Grant, who I pegged as anytime try scorers in that game for scoring. Saka plays it to the Smoko. What do you think of the battle of the Ashes, says George Arm? I think it was a little underwhelming, Legend. I'm not going to lie to you, but I think that the privilege and excitement of it's all right, and I can't wait for when it comes back in 29, hopefully with better quality there, and New Zealand with a breakaway here. Now on 5th tackle, they're going to run it. Through goes Nakora. Brighton Nakora to Dylan Brown. Uploads to Nakora. Nakora uploads round here. And Asako! The touchy ruins the fun. The touchy ruins the fun. Goodness me, the touchy ruins the fun. Goodness me. Nakora with a brilliant effort there, and it worked off well with Dylan Brown. They just couldn't get over that last hurdle. It's like when you've made the puzzle almost completely, but you can't find that little piece in the middle that for some reason you don't think was in the bag, even though most likely it's under your shoe. Samoa then, over past the 10-meter line here. 3-0, no complaints here. Absolutely no complaints, man. Just hopefully it's closer next time, eh, Daniel? Don't prove me wrong, because I've been rooting for them since the start. I've been hoping that they could win it, Legend, but I haven't been thinking they will. So good on you, man. Oh, it was never really in doubt, Legend, but like you can wish that you won one of them to make it a bit more interesting, eh, Daniel? Even if it was the 3rd one, just so there's something to talk about. Do you think Broncos will win the World Club Challenge against Hull KR next year? Well, hope they do, man. Hope they do. Absolute devastation that this is the last game for a while. It is, man. It is absolute devastation. We got a kick from Samoa down the left here, and it goes out of play. And they're just talking about the Ashes series right now on the stream I'm watching at the moment here. And yeah, it was a real underwhelming affair compared to this. This has been an absolutely stunning game so far here, and a good effort from To'o that goes out of play. George says, after the Panthers lost against St. Helens and Wigan Warriors. Yeah, it's not impossible, Legend. The Penrith Panthers don't have a good World Club Challenge record. Look it up. They don't win World Club Challenges. You can talk about anything else they win, but they don't win World Club Challenges. That's just how it is, Legend. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's how they do things. They don't win those. And we've got 18 minutes until first half is wrapped up. Over halfway through the first half, Legends, at the moment. And it's only 6-0 as it stands. Crossland to Papali. And putting in a shift here to Dylan Brown here. Tough to take, but well done to Australia. Yeah, no doubt. GG to England, you know. It was really cool to see new faces. And a couple of them off to the NRL this year. Keano goes over to Defoe White now. Forward wants it, but White's going alone here. White's going alone. White's 5 meters away now. Crossland to the right, forward. Kitty to Nikora. Nikora, he goes alone. And he's held in a beautiful tackle there. Should have passed it. Luai now, and we've got a penalty now. Luai just setting Nikora off a little bit there. And you can't say the players don't care with the words that they're putting into this one here, the efforts. You don't see this in the average NRL matchup. You just don't. And here we go with the run at the moment. To'o forward here. And right now, one of New Zealand's biggest problems isn't creating opportunities. It's finishing the opportunities. They create them, but they just don't, knock them down. They throw the bowling ball, but it always hits the gutter. Kind of like me when I play bowling. Every single time. Tavaga now. Over to the right here. Talagi. Almost around here. Australia is still the best. It's obvious. Up to the rest to catch up. Exactly, man. It's up to the rest to catch up, bro, at the end of the day. Australia shows that it's possible. And here we go, Haas to James Fisher-Harris. And Luai will clear it in the air over to the left here and on the 20-metre line now. Here they move with it. Keanu Kitty, just some quick footwork here. He's the boy who ran. And he gets over to the 20. Junior Paulo just playing that lock role. I was a bit surprised by that when he started this tournament named in it. But then I thought about it for a little bit and kind of thought, you know what? Junior does play a sort of lock kind of style, doesn't he? He's not exactly the paciest, but he's solid through that middle, isn't he? And, sticking to that kind of position, he can do it quite well. It kind of fits Junior's style perfectly, really, if you think about it, his ball playing and that. I just wouldn't play him there for 80 minutes, which I don't think Samoa are, but, that's the only thing I'd have with problem with him being a lock. Here we go, some kicks here, IPAP, and Samoa gets smashed there at the end of the kick here. And now, she goes. RTS on the ground here. Now we're stepping around. They keep moving forward here. Hoping to get to the World Club Challenge this year, but I've got a lot, so we'll see. We'll see, man. But if you get to the World Club Challenge, let me know how the experience is, man. I went to my first World Club Challenge when St. Helens beat Penrith. Nobody saw that really coming, that victory, except me. Guess what? I'm the guy who predicted not only St. Helens to win, but that Wellesby would be the man of the match. That's right, me. I got it all correct, and I even got first try scorer correct. It was actually a beautiful prediction from me, that video. It's still on the channel. Even if it's a really poor quality video, it's still on the channel from my OG days. Great vlog that was. Got about 3K views. Really fun time. Though I'm sure it'd be better at whatever stadium you guys are at. Much more culturally relevant. And New Zealand, after they finally get that penalty settled here, they just need one try. One try and the momentum completely shifts. It's easier said than done here. New Zealand, 15 outs. Go to Brown. Then it's Tapine. Well, something's got to happen here. Did you hear the Broncos might be getting a new logo? I did hear that, Legend. I did hear that. I've got a certain mate that has a brother who works at the Broncos, Legend. He won't show me the logo, but he did bring up that they were making a logo and that he'd seen it. Apparently, it's not too bad, whatever the logo is at the moment, but it's going to be a really simplified logo of what we have right now for Broncos. Offload to Papali'i here. Papali'i down the left now. I've been to Bradford v Penrith years ago. How was that, Daniel, bro? How was that? That sounds like a cool one. And St. Helens v Broncos. Damn, man. Damn, you've had a much more fun time with the challenges than I have, bro. And now we got a set restart for New Zealand here. Dylan Brown back to Tapine here. Just trying to fend them off here. He spins around now and goes to the ground here. Now to Crossland. Forward to Dylan Brown. Brown doesn't need anyone, does he? Brown is held up. He couldn't get over. But he showed his ability with that effort as Jerome Luai wags his finger at Dylan Brown. Oh no. Oh no, he's bleeding. He's bleeding from the head. And he looks concussed a little. A little bit of puke's come out. Might have to, for me personally, maybe you put him off for a checkup after this. Fun games, yeah. Who won them, Legend? I don't really have strong memories with the World Club Challenge. Both Super League wins. Damn, man. Well, then you had an absolute elite time then, Daniel. Would have been a good feeling for you, being able to see England win a little, right? Go WS, WS, WS. Good for you, Vegeta. Go WS. And look, Luai's off too. Jerome Luai, he's bleeding from the face as well. 16th test for Toa Samoa. Hasn't had a bad game today overall, but that face just isn't stopping its bleeding, is it? Like, I am no stranger to a bit of bleeding. I've had a ton of blood noses and hits to the face, but like, wow. I'm just looking at Talangi earlier. Apparently, according to the commentator, Talangi will not be back. Talangi will not be back today, Legends. Precious Harris back underway here. Down the left now, New Zealand. They keep trying to force it here. Play the ball away. Now they go. Crosland with the break here to forward. Goes over to Kidd. Oh, he smashed onto the ground here. I literally predicted Brown to score, man. And then they do that to you, bro. Oh, I'm neutral. You're neutral, bro. Oh, well, then you must love those kind of games. And now McLean through the ball. McLean held up. That's just cruel. That's just cruel. That somehow Samoa have held that up. Really powerful. And we got one more tackle in the set. Brown. Clark to forward. It's an intercept. It's a second. He's going to run the whole field. 40, 30, 20, 10, and he is gone between the posts. Simi Sasagi, a.k.a. the Super Mammoth for the 12. And Samoa lead against all the odds. Against all of the books. It is 10-0 to Samoa with 11 and a half minutes to go into the first half alone. And can Samoa keep up this momentum for the rest of the first half and into the second half? Because if they can, we might be looking at a historic level victory. Something to be talked about for decades. Samoa to potentially break their curse against New Zealand. As it stands, they have done it. But there's still plenty of time in this game here against one of the top sides. It is 10-0 with a kick to come. From the Heartland Star. That's all good, man. That's all good, bro. Being a fan of the game is just as good, man. It's just as good. It means you can look at everything from a subjective opinion, right? Like you don't have to have a bias to it. Shut the freaking gate, as Will says. I agree with him. Shut the gate. Shut up your roads. Shut up everything. Samoa is leading by 10 with this kick from Talangi to come against a sea of blue and red. I'm kind of wearing something close enough to it. I don't have any red though. Where's some red I can find, Legends? I can't find any right now. But how brilliant for Samoa. And the kick is done there. Crikey. It is 12-0 in Samoa's favor now. If you reckon Samoa can hold on to the lead, Legends, consider hitting that like button for good luck. Absolutely unbelievable from Simi Sasagi. Tyler, I'm a fan of your commentary. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Liam. I do my best, man. And I'm a fan of you watching the channel, brother. And I'm a fan of the 75 people that are currently in the stream. And here we go. The right winger, Murray Salangi, he goes off. he'll be gone for the rest of the game. And Samoa don't care. They pull off something brilliant anyways. And down the middle here, they keep moving forward now. Held on the 20 now. Over to Josh Papali'i here. What are you on about, Will, you muppet? Bit more passion. Samoa! What else do you want me to be like? And here we go. Down the left here. Jaden Sewer goes to Polo now. Polo with good footwork there, the big lock here. He finds the offload, but it's not the player he was looking for. This is not the player you are looking for. This is not the player I am looking for, he says, as he collects it. New Zealand forward now. Had an opportunity now. They've got to go on the defense here. Let's go Samoa from California, says Ricky. Shout out to the Californian viewers. Let's go Samoa for all of yous. His passion excites things. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Big numbers to stream. Oh, yeah, this stream's having a blast, bro. We're enjoying it here at the moment, legends. Over 1,500 people already that have jumped in. Kitty, almost around here, past the 20 now. They keep moving with it now. Crossland to forward. Forward finds Aaron Clark here. Dylan Brown, alone he goes. Almost around, and the momentum isn't enough to pull him over the line here at least. But Dylan Brown nearly there, just not quite able to catch the biscuit there. They forgot the cheese, and he's given up on it all there. And oh no, I think he's also messed it up. And Samoa get the ball back here. Behind the 10-meter line. They keep moving with it, legends. Remember, if you're enjoying, share, like, sub. We're doing amazing on the stream at the moment here. Past the 10-meter line now. Toa Samoa. Who could have predicted this? Incredible stuff. And oh no, it's the commentator's curse. Jazz Tavaga loses the ball right after I hype them up. And that's on me, legends. I take full responsibility. I've cursed them. CNK now. Almost to the line here, the Canberra Raider. Former Canberra Raider, current New Zealand Warrior on the ground. Brown, with no frowns, goes to Aaron Clark here. Former Gold Coast Titan, current Waz Lock of the Year. Now Crossland here. He's loving the crosses into the land. And New Zealand, they just need one try to try and bounce back here. At the moment, it's been all Samoa. Well, New Zealand just couldn't crack their way through the line. They've come close. They've literally been inches away, but it hasn't worked out for them in it here. Dylan Brown is rage baiting him when I predicted him to score because that's how Dylan Brown goes, bro. He doesn't care who you are. He's going to rage bait you if he gets the chance here. Did you see the cover run from Payne Haas? That man deserves a golden boat, win, lose, or draw. Absolutely he does. And you know who else deserves a golden boat? This man right here. Nafo White. Smashes on over for New Zealand, and we have a comeback potentially. The Kiwis have switched back into gear here. New Zealand are making it 12-4 now with a kick to come, and I highly recommend that they get this conversion and try to bounce back from here. Momentum potentially on a spiral, a flick and switch kind of moment here, kind of like that pass there. And it's not often that you see moments like that where it's a forward to another forward. To be fair, though, Aaron Clark, who did do the assist, has had his fair share of time in the hooker position for both Warriors and the Titans. So he's no stranger to a last-ditch effort in a pass. And there you have it. Nafo White, the young and upcoming superstar Sydney Rooster there. And I think that's Nathan Kalis there having a talk with the Kiwis. They didn't realise he was in the staff for New Zealand. How epic is that? Nathan Kalis, Parramatta legend. How on earth is Dylan Brown considered for golden boot, honestly? To be fair, he has been very good in this tournament. But I know. I promised you I was going to predict him to score, but I didn't. You should have, man. You should have. Even if you didn't, legend. Even if you didn't, the fact that you foresaw that it might happen is good enough to me, man, to call you a very masterful predictor, bro. You're right up there in the prediction people, okay? In terms of predictors, you are like, okay, so imagine the peak is, let's see if I can see myself on the screen. The peak is like here, right? You can't even see it. You kind of like, I've got up to here so far, right? You gotta like move your way a little bit further up to truly be the master. But it is really impressive right now, legend, how it's going for you. Jabata Sako now The only problem I'd have with this kick is that it's relatively in front. And this dude is a monster when it comes to how much it converts. All right, how far it goes to the left or right. It swings when he kicks always. And that one, it does swing, but it goes in, luckily for them there. Samoa make it 12-6 because they just couldn't hold them back there. Samoa and New Zealand, there you have it, legends. There you have nabbits. Too much for them. 105 votes so far on the poll, by the way. Thank you very much, legends. 70% of you so far have taken the greatest risk you will ever take. And on the 10-meter line here, they keep moving. Nafo White smashes into it now. Nafo White goes down to the ground here. And on this Sunday afternoon, we have an absolutely incredible game so far. Not going to lie, I didn't realize how good this Brown is. Oh, man, I wasn't over-talking him, bro. I wasn't over-talking them. He is a brilliant stepper of the ball, man. Absolutely he can, bro. He's got footwork for the ages, man. Put him in the football. I didn't like when Osaka was scoring all those goals when Dolphins beat us 44-8. I don't think anyone did, Vinakama, except for people who don't like dogs like myself. Yay. Admitting there, as the Para fan I am. And Kitty takes the tackle down. New Zealand have found themselves on Samoa's 40 now. And Foran's going to take the kick in the air here. Over to the right. It goes To'o, Osako. And out it goes. There you go. Down, play it. Off with Nikura. And despite Samoa's dominance at the moment, it is still only a 6-point difference here. New Zealand have all that opportunity. There are 5 minutes in the first half alone. And don't forget, after that, it's an entire 40 as well. Also, remember, legends, we are one of the few channels where we do not leave at halftime. We stick around through it. So feel free to stay in the chat during the halftime whistle, just to have a chat about. Feel free to show support for whoever you're supporting. Feel free to show some support for the channel as well while you're at it, if you feel that little bit extra. And just enjoy overall. We'll be discussing all things about this game. Now over to the left. Last tackle for Samoa here. And on the halfway line, they take the kick. Luai Tago. And he just moves them around here. Now McLean down the left here. And Casey McLean, he received the offload, but he couldn't stop it. And it's the third kitty out here. Gets it to CNK. CNK now on the 30. They're gaining about 5 meters of play here. Not quite enough if they want to be getting back from this setback. And Crossland, he'll look to serve something big here. He gets it to Willison, who tries to use his football work here, the grand final winner. And he realizes he's not Dylan Brown and goes down here. Couple changes from the bench here. It looks like our boys are on the field here. We've got Chanel Harris Tavita. And Mala in the chat says, let's go, Toa Samoa. Good on you, legend. Shout out to everybody from Samoa that's watching right now, wherever you are across the world. And it seems like it's been a really good half so far here. Brian To'o collects the ball. The quality of this, I can't tell you that either team has let themselves down overall. Maybe New Zealand, you could argue, haven't taken the opportunities they should have. But that doesn't shade just how tight this has been. New Zealand have had chances. Samoa have done a brilliant job to hold them out at points. And now Samoa down the right here. And it keeps going, Togo. Isaac Togo keeps moving here. He's got 4 premierships already. Though I prefer his brother Jake because he's an eel. Now with a Bolo who goes to Luai. Now Sua, they leave it for a little bit here. And RTS gets the ball now. Working around here. He gets it back to Bolo. Bolo smashing through the middle here. And it took an epic tackle from Aaron Clark to stop him from breaking through the line there. Junior Bolo. Are you sure he's not a fullback? The biggest fullback of all time. Long kick here. And it ends up on the 10-meter line. Speaking of biggest fullbacks of all time, how good was Reece Walsh, legends? Yes, I'm absolutely glazing that man as a Queensland and Australian supporter. Absolutely incredible stuff he did in that Ashes series against England to make it 3-0. And we take it here, New Zealand through the middle here, Samoa holding them out. Now to Crossland. Kitty looks for the pass here. Kitty can't find it. This fullback for New Zealand looks lively too. Oh, yeah, that's Keanu Kitty, Gold Coast Titan legend. Part of a bit of an issue the Gold Coast Titans have had is having 3 fullbacks in their team. Jaden Campbell him and AJ Brimson, who ironically played for England in that free loss. Now over the middle here, though Josh Hannay has confirmed that he'll be moving Brimson to 5'8", and the other one to halfback, meaning Kitty gets that fullback role. Will he be able to develop into something special from there? Some would argue he's already something special outside of that even, but could he go that extra level after with Josh Hannay in the lead? And goodness me, the referee, Ashley Clyde, blowing his whistle once again in this one here. Ashley Clyde, Kieran Ford obstructing's the call. Goodness me, though, what a strong run that was from New Zealand Kiwis. Who was that? Nikora? Absolutely brilliant stuff down the right side there. He used all of his strength there and kept them out nicely. And here's Haas. And this is a big minute, this one. It's a final minute and 10 seconds. Will Samoa score another? Could absolutely change the momentum of the second half here if Samoa are the next try scorers in this here. Junior Paulo down to the ground. Where he lacks in hair, he has in beard, hair, and ability. I don't know where I was going with that, legends. Far out McLean is strong. Oh, hell yeah, he is, man. He doesn't look it, but he's strong. And he has paid ass. Took everything they had here. He's moving around. Gets it to Bolo now. Bolo forward now. Bolo smashes through. Let's go, Samoa, says Vailoa. Over to the right. Here's Luai to Tulagi for the edge. Dean Mariner. He's got it. That hit the line. I saw it. Samoa have another. They have to have another. Unless his hands lifted it up. But it has to be a try for Toa Samoa. Absolutely terrific stuff. And let's take a look at this here. Watching on the replay, legends, as we wait to see if it's confirmed. That's a try. That's all one movement. There's no double movement in that. There is absolutely no way you can disallow that. For me, that has to be a try. Double movement, no. Double movement, my foot. Thank you very much. The last lunge, and it goes over. Is his hand on the line and not the ball? That's the big decision here. That's a huge decision, actually. No double movement element. They just try to figure out if the ball touches the line. I always feel like if it lands like that, it's a try, but it's up to the people in the bunker right now, legends. I credit where it's due to New Zealand here. Really impressive stuff that they've made it that tight there, the call. And they'll be narrowing up all the angles here to try and figure out whether this is a try or not in this one. In the meantime, legends, consider hitting that like button for good luck so they give it or they don't give it. Either way, if you like, I guess it's going to go your way. Trying to figure it out here. They're taking their time with this one at the moment, legends. Samoa, let's go Western. Try, no doubt, says Daniel Bate. No try from... It's a try for Daniel Bate here. Seems like a poor management, that. It is poor management, legend. I'll get into that in a second. All right, man? I'll get into that in a second, what you're saying, because 100% it is. I just want to see what the call is here. Nah, it's TJC to decide. G'day, legends. Hey, William Hunt, welcome to the stream, mate. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here, bro. Got any candy for me? I need some sugar, bro. I need some sugar right now. This game is absolutely going insane at the moment, and somebody's holding a Dwayne Johnson head for some reason, as the on-field decision will be supported. It is no try. They have ignored TJC's word, legends. How dare they? We must voice our opinions. How could they? I am the all-knowing. And Tulagi here. Couldn't agree more, though, legend. Gold Coast Titans, it is poor management that they've got 3 specialised fullbacks, but they can't Well, that's the situation they've been put in, and that's why they've got Josh Hannay, to try and fix that up a little, the mess that they've created for themselves. And Luai will take the tackle here, and that will bring us to halftime here, legends, at CommBank Stadium, the best stadium in rugby league for me. Yes, there's some bias there. And Samoa will lead, force of habit, will lead with a scoreline of 12-6, unless Captain's Challenge here, legends. Here we go. Yeah, it is considered an upset, but it's genuinely great from you. Genuinely great from Samoa. I'm very impressed with Samoa in this one here. There's no doubt they had the ability, but they were always going to be the underdogs with the fact that they had never won against New Zealand. To get that done, though, absolutely incredible stuff so far. Job's not finished, though. Still a second half, but at the moment, they have been the better team. And their Captain's Challenge will actually be successful here. I'm going to get outdated as they take the conversion to lead by 8 points in a second. And we need to see if Samoa will keep it up for another 40 minutes. I'm confident they will personally at the moment from what I'm seeing, but you never know in rugby league. I am going to start a riot. You better, legend. Do it for me. Yes, I am the bunker, Daniel. I am the bunker. They didn't listen to the bunker. Ashley Klein said, screw your bunkering. And William Hunt jumps into the chat with an amazing $10 donation. Thank you so much, William. Obviously, legends, I don't do this for the money, so I do just appreciate your views and your enjoyment of the game, legends, all right? Genuinely. But it is extra appreciated, the dono. So thank you very much for the $10, William. Could not thank you enough. And from in front, Blaze Talangi, did he get it? I thought he missed it for a second, but he got it. It was very close. And it's 14-6. Samoa, 14. New Zealand, 6. It's an 8-point difference at halftime here. I will be spending those on lollies just for you, William, bro. Just for you, William. $10. There you go. Thank you so much, man. Couldn't thank you enough. Anyways, now it is time to enter the halftime segment of the stream, the TJC Sports Halftime Show, with your host, TJC Sports. I hope you're all having an amazing day so far, legends. Hello. As we enter halftime here, Samoa have pulled off something truly special at the moment here, as New Zealand look to have underestimated them a little. Building something together. We saw this mistake when PNG absolutely smashed Fiji not too long ago. I think it was like a week ago now. What a stream that was, by the way. I think we got over 2K views in that one, didn't we, legends? Speaking of only 2K views, we've got over 2K views already in this one too. Let's smash that like there, by the way, on William Hunt. Show some love for him and his donation there. As we enter halftime here at the stadium, 138 votes have been casted on our poll so far. If you haven't yet, feel free to jump on the poll there, legends. 30% of you have gone with New Zealand to win at the moment as they trail by 8 at halftime, and 70% of you have gone with Samoa. And right now, you're over the moon. I'm sure you are, legends, as it stands here. Will says, for singing lesson money as he drops us a big $14.99, rounded up $15 dono there from Will. Thank you very much, man. One of these days, I am going to shock you all right? I'm going to walk into a stream, legends, right? Because we're at halftime, I'm going to show off. Like I've got to build the scene here. Okay, so you're all going to be just chilling there, listening to yourselves. I'm going to have this boy here, Squiddy. He'll be doing the stream or something, all right? Okay, he's just accidentally opened a comment, but Squiddy, I know you like Daniel, but come on, man. Squiddy will be talking to you, and then I'll just be like, oh, yeah, out of my way, Squiddy. It's my time to shine and start pulling the sickest raps you've ever done, legends. I'll be the greatest singer of all time here. I forgot he had another side to him, legends. Don't worry, legends. We don't always just play with a plush here, but I forgot he had an angry side to him. And when I threw him, he just flipped over to this. Oh, my God. I think I insulted the squid gods among us, legends. Thank you very much. I blame Will for his amazing $15 donation. I blame him completely. That's why it happened. That's why the squid got angry with me. How could you, man? Anyways, legends, at halftime, for those of you who didn't get to watch the game, the try scorers as we enter the break were Brian To'o in the 10th minute, Simi Sasangi off an offload in the 27th minute, and in the half an hour mark on the 32nd minute, we got Nafau White smashing on over for New Zealand. Tyler, what would the octopus mate? It's just something in the background, legend, that we just decided to mess with for fun because it's funny. I remember that thing was randomly won at I think it was the Easter show or something. It was a carnival. It's just kind of been stuck with us for life, legends. That's squid abuse. I know, legend. I know, squid abuse, man. I'm a squid abuser. Damn it. I've been caught on live stream. How could I, man? First I fail in the bunker, and now that happens. In terms of notable players for this game so far, Keanu Kinney and Dylan Brown are looking great on their feet at the moment. I've got to just say that at the moment. Brilliant stuff from them all around. I've kind of found with this tournament that when it comes to the spine, obviously it's because he's retiring and he's on that level, but Voren's kind of dropped off a little bit. But overall, he can be proud of this in his final game so far, I guess, with his performance. But he's going to want more than this. He doesn't want to be sent off losing, does he? Personally, for me, though, I think it's a huge win either way. Either Foren goes out a true winner or Samoa put him out as with a legendary victory that we talk about for generations, potentially. In terms of notable players for Samoa, the team that's literally leading, because we got to give credit to them because of that. Sasangi, I feel like if you ignore the intercept, it was an overall just good game from him. Not a brilliant one, but the try, wow, from him. And then, Lolu, I feel like I was very confused at first by, what do I feel like? This is my opinions. I was a little confused by the change from Tavanga to Lolu, but maybe that was misplaced because it actually worked out really nicely from bench in that. Yes, Tavanga had his error earlier in the game, but it didn't end up being too bad there in this one, did it? Didn't end up being too bad, legends. Obviously, we were meant to stream the other two games earlier today as well, but stuff just came up with it. I don't regret it, though. This stream's turning out pretty good itself anyways, as it stands here. TJC is not corrupt. He will spend it all on lollies while singing. All on lollies while singing. Absolutely. Absolutely. The lolly singing video is coming out. It is coming out soon, legends. Don't worry about that. All right, the TJC Sports lolly singing show is going to come to your local YouTube shorts. 10K special, legends. 10K special. How about that? 10K special. The lolly singing. We'll make it happen. 100%. Promise from the bottom of my heart we'll do it. Anyways, in terms of stats for this game, legends, outside of just the player things, in terms of possession, New Zealand have actually dominated at 54%. I'm kind of shocked. Right now that that's how it's gone at the moment. So with less possession, Samoa are not only leading by 8 points, but also could argue that they should be leading by more. They should be leading by at least 12, they could argue. At least. Absolutely incredible stuff so far in this game here. They should be proud of themselves here, Toa Samoa. I'm not saying that I gave them no chance, but what I'm saying is that I was pretty confident with my tip of New Zealand. And now I regret that deeply, completely throwing me under the bus. Now we are talking. Absolutely, we're talking, really. 18 to 19 still on. It's still on, Ridakama. It's still on right now, legend. It's not ruled out as it stands yet. Not yet. In terms of time of possession from that possession percentage as well, over 3 minutes more to New Zealand. And I just can't say that I've seen that in how they've played so far. I just can't say that. And overall, even just like in the simple stuff, New Zealand's been higher, but Samoa has shown that stats aren't all, right? Total passes. There's over 30 more passes in favor of New Zealand, and yet they just couldn't find their way through to the same level. Hawaii for Samoa. Shout out to Hawaii as well. Now it's harder for Samoa to get to 18 unless they score and miss a conversion, which is very possible, legend. It is very possible they can score and miss a conversion, man. Don't rule that out of being a possibility, legend. Absolutely, it's in all likelihood very possible. I'm still waiting for my anytime try scorers. Come on, Brown, McLean. You're meant to be scoring, brothers. You're meant to be scoring. You're letting me down, legends. Also, for those of you who missed the games earlier today as well across the globe, Cook Islands bested the Rhinos in the international comps to qualify in the relegation match for the World Cup coming up. So shout out to Cook Islands, who are officially qualified for the World Cup. And shout out to the women's Gillaroos, who bested the Kiwi Ferns 40-8. That's right, legends, 40-8. That was the scoreline in that game there. The Australian Gillaroos, just too much for them to handle there. Shout out to Olivia Kernick, Julia Robinson, Keely Joseph, who's coming to the Parramatta Eels, actually, for the girls' team. Jessica Surgis, Tamika Upton, Ellie Johnston, and the rest there. Shanice Parker, notable mention as well for New Zealand. And Tisha, they weren't too bad. But overall, Gillaroos just too much for them in that one there. So far as it stands, it's been a good day to be an Aussie, and it's been an even better day to be a Samoan, eh? Brown and McLean both should have scored. They both should have scored, but they didn't. And you know why they did? Because of the way Samoa's playing right now. They are playing with a do-or-die attitude you do not see it every day. They are playing like they are in a final. You can tell that they are at their absolute peaks here. They want this victory, and they want it badly. That's why they're putting in the efforts they are. This is them absolutely locked in here. Toa Samoa making all the difference at the moment, and I'm kind of worried for New Zealand heading into the second half as it stands at the moment here. Just too good for them to be able to handle, legends. Cross your fingers, though. Maybe all the difference they needed was a halftime break. You know, sometimes you just need that moment to step back, have a seat, deep breath, and think about it all there. Maybe we can both have an amazing day after this one. Ricky Tepper in the chat says, hell yeah, tell us Samoa, brother. Rena says, I have 87-meter high Gowan print in my room. Isn't it amazing? Legend. Okay, I want you to do one thing with your Galvin stand thing. All right, I want you to cut off the head, put it on a bucket, and throw up in it. All right? Come on, legend. Absolutely sickening. Every time you see his face, it'll be an easy way to let out what you got to let out. Parramatta real supporter as a child, then joins the Bulldogs. Yeah, you know, yeah, that. And I'm the Queen of England. No, I'm the King of England, actually, now. But no, I'm not. Or am I? Last I checked, I wasn't. Last I checked, I was a pretty average Joe. I also have a Josh Reynolds and Critter one. Well, I don't mind those two. Legend. Feel free with those. Feel free with those to enjoy it. Hey, how about you give me? How about you send me down a Parramatta one, Legend? All right. How about you give me a Joe Ash one? How about that? Give me a Joe Ash one. I think he played for the Dogs, right? And Sam Radi. I'm pretty sure they were in the Dogs system at one point. Send me over them yesterday. Thank you very much, Legend. Yesterday, send them over. I want them. And I want them badly. I want them so badly, Legend, at the moment here. Bro, Keanu Kitty, by the way, I've just got to say, looking at his stats here, he's played like bloody Reece Walsh. He's played like bloody Reece Walsh, according to his stats. Wowee. Speaking of Reece Walsh, what a game he had in that Ashes series. You know, the first game and the third game in particular. You know, the second game he kind of fell into the background a little, but everyone fell into the background. I'm pretty sure if you do your research actually as well, I'm pretty certain that the New Zealand, if I do my research here, give me a second, Legends, random stats. I'm pretty sure that Australia's performance was ranked as one of the worst in the last 10 years. Yeah, this is the third worst completion rate from Australia in the last 10 years. And ironically enough, it is also 23, 22, 23, 24, 25. It is also our third. It is also our worst in the last 3 years. So, wow, 69% against England in Liverpool in 2025. Goodness me. Let's see. It's the only Max King's birthday. I don't mind Max King. Fanotti in the chat says, "Go Toa Samoa, winner, cup. God spirit be with you, Toa team. Brilliant teamwork." Love that comment there, legend. Shout out to Fanotti in the chat here. And shout out to any Samoan fans that are watching too. Feel free to show your support, just like our boy here, our legend here in the chat, because we read every single comment here on the channel while also commentating the game, updating you on the tries, talking about stats, and also just having a general vibe around us, legends. Has Keanu Kitty been drinking toilet water? I think he has been, William Legend. I mean, maybe Reece Walsh delivered him some personally. I mean, Walsh could probably make a business out of toilet water. In my opinion, he should make himself sponsored by a toilet company just for the joke of it all. Make people really, really get into it because he is such a marketable player from it, in my opinion, legends. Like, I can't stress that enough, how marketable Reece Walsh is at the moment, you know, with the toilet water incidents and all that. Anyways, legends, here we go. Almost time for the second half. If you've enjoyed the stream so far, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel as we continue to chase that dream on this channel here. New Zealand and Samoa running out onto the field here is going to be absolutely legendary. And with the 175 who have voted so far on the poll, Samoa looks like they're going to dominate based on that. Reece Plumbing, says Rolly Poly Parrot. Couldn't agree more, legend. Reece Plumbing, Reece Lightning. He's very, very frightening, like Kitty right now at RTS. Anyways, here we go. Say goodbye to the TJC Sports Halftime Show. And hello to the second half of the Pacific Championships final. Would you read every comment I said about Bulldogs winning the premiership? I'd say you're a muppet every single comment, legend. And it's a big move here. Defoe White takes the tackle there from Junior Paulo. And onto the ground he goes on the 20 here. They keep moving forward here, New Zealand. Now I can actually comment here and watch the game somewhat. Spent a big portion of the stream battling with a Mendy phone holder. Think I've actually got it right. Let's go, Daniel. Let's go. You can multitask. I love to see it, man. Now you can have both of us on your screen. Incredible stuff, bro. As New Zealand find a gap down the left side here. Over to the halfway line now they run by. For those who are just listening to me and can't watch the actual game, New Zealand are attacking from the left of your screen towards the right where they would score. And Samoa vice versa. Samoa now looking forward here. I hope you're enjoying the stream. On the 5 meter line, Brian To'o gets it. And To'o with speed here. And To'o held on the 20 now. We keep moving with it now. They keep going. 13 over is the bet from Daddy. Daddy reckons going to be over 13 in this one. 13 plus, legends. Reece Plumbing is catchy and sounds so good. It does, doesn't it? Reece Plumbing just sounds like a company that should exist already. Like, come on, make it happen, guys. And Payne Haas now. Enormous movement from him. What a prop he is. And Junior Paulo now around. Paulo through the middle. He keeps going. Offloads to Talangi, his former Eels teammate. And Blaze Talangi moves forward here for them. The Panthers get excited. And now Luai with a kick in the air. There's a chase now. Through the middle. It's backwards from Samoa. And it's a try for Chanel Harris to beat her. Samoa start off in style in the second half. Absolutely unbelievable. No, but Reece Walsh should have that company. Like, it should be a company owned by Reece Walsh already. That reality should exist. It's an incredible shot there. Well, everyone gets a touch there. You might have to rule that out from Harris to Vita, potentially here on the review, legends. And I say this as somebody who would love to give as many tries as possible in the bunker. It's not just about first touch. Are they saying it goes back off Roger? It all goes back from Roger. This might be a try. All right. Okay, continues to pull it towards his own dead ball lines the call. We have a decision. What a run from the big fella, but it'll be no try here for Samoa. And New Zealand get the ball back on the 10-metre line now. Pat yourselves on the head. You did good there. Over to the left here now, Wilson. With speed here. He loves the odd run, Wilson. Very hyped up young Bronco. And then we go to the left. An old bull on a young bull there. We've got Tavanga tackling Casey McLean. And what's funny about Casey McLean doing so well is all I heard about was Jesse when they were coming through. And now Jesse's the one that's taking his time while Casey's been flying. Over to the right now and foreign. They keep moving here. Nakora now. They've got speed. They've got strength. But Nakora just can't get past them. Payne Haas and Luai too strong for him even. You know, it's like putting Superman against Darkseid. And around the middle, Papali'i's there and moved back. Fifth tackle now, just 34 metres gained in this set. It's not one to remember as Dylan Brown clears the ball here. And over to the 15, there he gets it here. Moving forward now is Dean Mariner now. And Dean Mariner with speed here. What's the call here? He's ruling strip Mariner, but the referee Klein doesn't seem to agree with him. And they're saying that it's a knock on here. Play a strip. Wait, no, the call's strip. The call's a strip knock on, is it? Honestly, he should have just held that harder, in my opinion. In all honesty, there, legends, he should have just held that harder. Well, he held his nerve, and Samoa got the call there. So, this is it. New Zealand on the defense. Samoa, with a bit of luck, get the ball back here. I'm not so sure if that was a strip, but that's the call. Samoa now absolutely taken down there with the best of it here. To'o stepping around now. And New Zealand just pushing him back a little bit here. Back to the right now. It's a beautiful pass to Payne Haas. And Haas, with the size, he seizes an opportunity there and gathers them up to the 40 now. Samoa, Junior Paolo to Josh Papali'i there. And Josh Papali'i forward with it here. Papali'i held on the ground here, legends. Just trying to find their way around. New Zealand are going to have to act soon if they want any hope. Now to the left here. We're just 5 minutes into the second half. Got to remember that. Sasagi leaving the chase, and was he knocked over in the chase? The ref says it was fine. Asako moves forward with it now, legends. Asako on the ground now. Wrapped up nicely here. We go to Smoko there. Mapu Tomoko. The ground he goes there. With every point they get, the more nerve-wracking it gets for New Zealand. Crossland. Over to McLean now, who dummies. And McLean just forward with it now. McLean goes to the ground here. Inside their own 20 at the moment. They get over to the 30 now. Keanu Kitty with the footwork we were going on and on about in the first half. He does it in the second half now. On his way round now. Up and down. Willison jumps with it here. Keeps moving with it now. And they just get in front of him here. Good clearance there. And on the 15-metre line, it's collected by RTS here. He's just in the perfect position at every time. He's no spring chicken, but he is a solid fullback. Probably one of the best in defensive drills as well. Shout out to Simi Sasagi. He is dominating in terms of metres gained at the moment, 142. The next person up in close is Keanu Kitty with 128. And he's going to update to that, Sasagi, as he runs here and he finds the offload over to his supporting player, Jaden Sewer here. Sewer into the line now, and Jaden Sewer takes the tackle to the ground now, legends. Sewer on the ground here. Back round, Junior Bolo. And Josh Papali'i runs up with it here. Papali'i held on the 40 now. And Payne Haas just stepping around here. And I swear, modern day props, if they were skinny, would be in the halves with their footwork. And now Salangi here. We got runners down the right edge here. Plenty of them on side now. And CNK is there to wrap it up nicely there. Chancellor Klukstad is the name. And speed and catching is his game. On the ground it goes. Shout out to Nielsen in the chat who says, go Samoa there. Love seeing that there. Remember, legends, we do read every single comment that pops in here. Go Samoa, brother. Luai has controlled things beautifully, just like a consummate foot halfback. Kicking game has been really good too. Absolutely, Will. Absolutely. Luai is doing everything that he needs to do in the halves. Like, I've been the biggest critic of Luai at times, but this game has been absolutely incredible from him. Speaking of absolutely incredible, that wasn't absolutely incredible. Samoa give New Zealand a penalty off of Jaden Sewer's error. I'm just a fan that I know you need good size in the forwards, but putting props at lock always seems negative and defensive to me. I do agree with you, Daniel. I do agree with you there, but for some reason for me, I think that Junior's just not your typical kind of prop. He's a big guy, but like, I feel like he does play very lockish for a prop when you think about it somewhat. I don't think it's that bad when it comes to the Samoan, but like, I do also get in a way that, you know, he does have that better position that they just haven't gone with. Go Samoa. Nilsson shouts in the chat again here. I'm just a fan, though, not a coach. That's how I feel too, Legend. I love being able to observe. You know, that's one of the best things about being a fan, that we can have our different opinions and not, you know, ultimately, you know, we have our right as fans. We're not the coaches that have to have that scrutiny, right? Like, we get opinions with no consequence, which is so good. And I think as long as you're not, like, abusing anyone, you're allowed to have some great opinions. Nakora with a spin around here. They're trying to get to that 10-meter at least. It's a full set still for them here. Nafo White now, wrapped up by Payne Haas there. And Jaden Sewer here. Now to the left, it's Boren. Dylan Brown, and Papa Lee! Isaiah Papa Lee! And why couldn't they do that in the 2022 Grand Final? Dylan Brown and Papa Lee crush it for New Zealand. And the party isn't finished yet. It is 10-14 with a kick to come now. And tomorrow will be wishing that one of those two disallowed tries had stood. They really were 50-50 calls. And they're going to feel really hard done by if New Zealand find a way. Kieran Ford to Dylan Brown to Papali'i. Absolutely iconic stuff. And he didn't even have to use his size in that one. He just knew what to do. Defensive a bit one-dimensional. Oh, absolutely, it's a bit one-dimensional, Legend. We can agree on that. Fair enough, eh? Yeah, no, that's how it goes, bro. Nice try. It is a very nice try. You know what? I'm going to rate that 10 dill bags out of 10 dill bags to the IPAPs. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Okay, that was a bit too easy, says Will. Beginning of the end for Samoa, says Will. It could be if they're not too careful here. They have to not drop their heads. They have to keep themselves together. What's been working has been working, and they don't want to be shafting it for any sort of panic movements. They still have that 2-point lead at the moment, and they could easily score the next try. That should be their mentality at the moment here. As Asako takes the kick, it makes it that 2-point difference here. Almost too easy from him in front. He doesn't hook that one at all. That might be the first kick I've ever seen from him that he didn't hook at least a little, Legends. 12-14. Come on, Kiwis, says Jason Reader in the chat. Dylan Brown will be good at Newcastle Knights next year. He'll be brilliant at Newcastle Knights, Liam. And I will be sure to show him a lot of respect, as I'm sure you will, when he comes back to play us in the Knights jersey next year. Don't know if I'm ready to watch him do that, but, you know, I don't get to decide that, do I? I just have to do the content. I just have to do the content and enjoy. And Papali'i with a try there. Brilliant stuff. New Zealand now with the momentum and speed here. Go Samoa captain, says Tutai, which is none other than Jerome Luai. Back over to the Smoko here. Matthew to Smoko here. Into the line. Held. Crossland now. They've got so much speed on them now. So much momentum with them here. And down it goes now. And there on screen, Jermaine Asako. He'll be looking for a try soon in this one here. I can feel it coming. Nakora. Around almost to the 40 here before he breaks down to the line there. And oh no, wait, here we go. Nakora might have an issue, Legends. Nakora might have an issue. Oh no. And the teams get a bit of a breather. I'm sure that's what Samoa would have wanted here. A bit of a breather from the momentum. Nakora feeling his ankle. And it's just an awkward landing on his foot there from the Samoan defense. I don't think there's too much deliberateness in it, but they're going to call it a on report there against Luai here. Since when does he not put on report for stuff? Let's go, Kiwi, says Jamie in the chat. Good to see some New Zealand support as well jumping in here. Smash that like button, folks, for this legend. He could be a pretender, but still smash. Smash it. Absolutely will. Absolutely. Pretender or not, I get the job done. I'm fine. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm warming myself up from the movement. 2 points difference here. New Zealand have gotten a penalty off that I don't agree with. And now on the 10-meter line here, start praying, Samoa. Start praying. I'm getting scared, says Ricky. I'm getting scared for you too, legend. Dylan Brown couldn't break through there. A player they would have been looking at in training to have to stop. Foreign. Over here to Willison now. And maybe Willison will be the one. Go Bolo, says Nielsen in the chat here. Foreign. Now over to Kitty. Kitty is not kidding. And it's a penalty. Oh my God, it's a penalty. He's been penalized. Keanu Kitty. Watch it. I'd argue that was nearly high from Luai, but play on. And it's a penalty here. And looks like New Zealand are going to take the 2 and get it done. Yeah, I know, Ainsy. See you later, bro. Snipey. And we take an ad break here as we get ready for a big moment for New Zealand in this game here. The all-difference maker here. The historic moment potentially coming up here on the channel for them here. I can't believe it, legends, that this has been an incredible game. Jermaine Asako to put us all square in this one. Despite Samoa's huge start, it's going to be 14 all in a second if Asako can get this. Start waving the magic fingers if you want any hope here. Jermaine Asako, he loves a curve with his balls. Sorry, I'm late. I tipped New Zealand for the win too, JC. Me too, Neutralizer. Me too, man. It's all good that you're late, legend. You're here now. And oh, look at that. Look at that. How do you do it? Howdy doodly. Howdy doodly. Howdy boodly. Samoa and New Zealand. It's going to be an absolute classic. An absolute legendary affair that nobody will forget in a hurry in this one here. I certainly won't. Will you, legends? Absolutely not, TJC. Absolutely not, as it begins to be an all-square affair. 14 all now, and the nerves are on for both sides here. Samoa for the fact that they've lost that good lead, and now for New Zealand as they have to not blow their momentum right now. And here we move it. New Zealand into the line now. They keep forcing it. Defoe White takes it to the ground here, and Defoe White goes to here. Murray. Hey, shout out to you, Daddy. Who else am I missing here? There's another comment I missed. Vinci Jelly Cherry Evans. Go Samoa, says Crystal. Shout out to Crystal in the chat as well. Go Samoa for you. Salute. Says Will. Won't be mad if Samoa win if they do good for them, but up the Kiwis. Appreciate it, legend. Couldn't agree more. Samoa now on the defense. New Zealand Crossland crosses over to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown moves forward with it now. Dylan Brown down on the ground here, legends. Over to Crossland now and for it. Just a couple subs away from 3.34K. 3.34K, legends. Consider hitting that sub button if you haven't yet. And and for Samoa, New Zealand will pile more pressure. Rugby league is cruel. It's so cruel. So cruel. New Zealand with the ball now after a mistake from Samoa.
Watching from Tacoma, Washington. Hello, somebody home of Seahawks. Let's go, Toa Samoa. Shout out to you, legend, from Tacoma, Washington. Hope you're having an amazing day, legends. Unfortunately, I can't due to copyright, Julie. Sorry about that, legend. This is why it's a live stream reaction and not a live game. Dylan Brown. Golden opportunity here down the 10-meter line here. 10 away now. To Isaiah Papali'i here. Isaiah Papali'i forward with it now. Papali'i moves forward. Papali'i held on the ground now. Right in front. Ashley Klein just stepping in for a second here. It looks like we have an injury potentially to Jazz Tavaga there for Samoa. The blue, red, and white there. Take a look at it. His arm at the moment. Just got twisted a little, I think. I'm getting confused with two of the interchange forwards for New Zealand here. They look very similar, says Daniel Bay. Two of the interchange forwards. Give me a second, legend. I got you. Let's take a look at this for you. Who you're getting mixed up as we have a break here as they take a look. Well played by Samoa there, but there was no reason to stop the game there. All right, we carry on here. New Zealand down the middle. You talking about Aaron Clark and Defoe White or like Willison maybe? And through the middle, here we go! Clark! Aaron Clark for New Zealand! Unbelievable! And Samoa trail for the first time in this game! New Zealand with the epic comeback in the second half. It is now 18-14. And the Kiwis hop on over for an absolutely incredible try. The defense, it took all they had to get over. There were 4 defenders there and they just couldn't stop him. 18-14 now. And while, yes, they have conceded and are trailing, I do want to go to 100 Auntie's comment where they said, work together, Samoa, and stick to the plan. At the moment, the plan's not working, but they need to get it going again. I'm just not seeing what they did in the first half in the second half. I'm just not getting that level at the moment as it stands here, and they are paying the price for it with the New Zealand Kiwis making all the difference here and finally grasping that lead off of a try from the Dally M lock of the year, Aaron Clark. And once again, a player Titans let go is in the team of the year. Luai just trying to bring his team together as they know that they have to track back at this one. But 22 minutes left on the clock is much better of a time to go behind than later in the game. I must say, if there's a moment in the second half to go behind like this, I'd say it's right now, legends. As Asako slots it in there and makes it 20-14. Don't rule anything out there. Probably should have stopped that try, but credit where it's due to Aaron Clark. That was incredible. That should have been stopped, to be fair. It should have been, legend, but it didn't, unfortunately, and that's how the cookie crumbles in this one here for Samoa. Hopefully, the cookie, though, still has enough to be salvaged in order for them to enjoy the lovely cookiness of it. I'm confused a lot. Don't worry, Daniel, bro. How do you think I feel? I'm not only confused, I've got to live stream my confusion to literally over 100 people right now. Aaron Clark here. The full white now through the middle. On the 20 now. Crossland crosses over to the Smoko here. And the Smoko's wrapped up by Tavaga, who was having problems with his arm earlier. And now with a good bit of speed here. Here he goes, the try scorer. Aaron Clark now into the line here. And Aaron Clark goes down. Jason Reeder spamming support for the New Zealand Kiwis in the chat at the moment here, legends. Toa Samoa, what's your counter attack to that in the chat? He's been strong off the bench, Aaron Clark. Probably their best benchy so far in this game here. And here's Tago! Wrapping up Dylan Brown. And here comes forward with the kick in the air here. It goes high to the 10-meter line now here. And RTS rushing forward. Ridakawa's devastating second half by Samoa. So far, absolutely, it has been legend. An extremely devastating second half. Not what they would have wanted from this one at all. But there's still 21 minutes and a half to make the difference. 21 minutes and 26 seconds to make the specifics of it. Big 20 coming up. It's a huge 20 coming up, Daniel Bate. No doubt about that. Probably the biggest we've seen in this tournament this year. Don't worry, legends. International footy won't be over for the near future, as we have the World Cup next year as well to look forward to, legends. There'll be a lot of late waking up, but we'll be there for it. And with a clearance in the air from Samoa, they get to the 10-metre line here, New Zealand. And moving around is Jermaine Asako here. Yeah, you do incredible, to be fair, Tyler. I appreciate it, Daniel. I do my best, man. To be fair, though, this is years I've been doing this now, so I guess, you know, you kind of learn over time how to do it, don't you? Force of habit. But I appreciate it, man. Do our best here. Over to the middle here. That's a good tackle there from Harris to Vida. To Crossland now. And here's Kitty with the bits of step. Lots of time to win. Absolutely, there's a lot of time to win, 100 anti. They've just got to keep their heads in their skulls right now. Or around their skulls, technically, I guess. I'm not a teacher. I'm a rugby league creator. Forward now with a clearance in the air here. Over to the right. After this, no footy till 2026, TJC. Oh, I know that, legend. But next year we got the World Cup and all that. It's a shame that after this we got no actual footy, but we'll still have content going on the channel. It just won't be as frequent as during the season, legends. Apologies for that. We're looking to kick everything off again next year. We dropped off on the prediction videos. Those will be back next year. The vlogs will be back as usual. We'll be not taking a break with the streaming. We'll keep the streaming going for as long as we can. And it's all going to be brilliant, all right? We're even going to add some off-season videos for you, legends, including predicted lineups and general predictions with teams, and a ladder prediction will return. Jerome Luai now. Clearance in the air, over to the middle. If all of that sounds exciting for you, legends, guess you know what button to hit. And here comes New Zealand. Keanu Kitty into the line now. And they with a good tackle here. Forward, over to Asako now. Looks for the pass there. He couldn't find it there. Down he goes. And wait, we got a referee decision here. High shot, Ashley Klein rules against Toa Samoa. New Zealand get themselves a penalty. And the goal of Samoa seemed to be there. Stop the ball at all costs, but ends up costing them. I'd like to make an argument that we've seen higher shots be okay, but that's also just a minor petty argument. And 45 out now. New Zealand. Forward. Defoe White. Moving forward here. Tyler, what are you doing in the NRL off-season? I will be doing prediction videos, legend, and we will be doing a couple other little things, legend. But for the most part, it's going to be a break from the streaming, at least. Don't expect too many streams in that time, legends. We'll try. We'll be back with streams when the preseason kicks off again. Maybe we'll try. Maybe we'll sneak in, like, if anything fun's on during the off-season that's a rugby league thing. But, like, overall, we're just sticking by this. We'll get to our feet here. Fisher Harris to Crossland. Here we go. Forward. Kitty steps around here. Kitty moving with it now. Kitty goes to the ground. Kitty held in front. Down to the left here. Forward. It's a good high kick here. Batting it back now. IPAP. Hits it back again. It's still alive here. C&K. He gets to keep moving. He's entitled to it. He kicks it. Play on here. Play on for forward. And it's going to be taken out of play by Terrell May. He didn't have a choice there. Hey. Mel, welcome to the String Went Down. You hear, legend. Absolutely popping this one, isn't it? Hey, you just got out of hospital after my spinal wipe. Oh, yeah. Oh. How you feeling, Mel? Hope you're better, legend, or at least feeling a little better. You know, we were thinking of you very much on this channel during that time. You are a missed person when you're not around, legend. The neutralizer says one more New Zealand. It's over. Those who tipped Samoa. It is, man. It is. Next try decides the whole game for me. I don't want to be grim, but for me, next try potentially decides the whole game. And here, charging forward is Joseph Tarpany. Crossland. to Nafahu White here. Yeah, I can't wait for the NRL draw, Jason Reader. We'll probably talk about that. Crossland. Now forward. Over the weeks here. Now held up New Zealand. This could be a winner here from Desmoko. We couldn't break through there. I hope that the op went well, legends. Isako goes to forward here. Forward here. Tabunga. Last play here. And it's Crossland. Over to Kitty. To Nakora. All aboard the Tyler bus for 2026. Let's go. Honk, honk. Brum, brum. Let's go, mate. Forward. Looks long way. Goes to Dylan Brown here. Dylan Brown stepping around. Papali'i, there's a few taps forward, and that's going to be a knock-on from New Zealand, I reckon. They're demanding that there was a touch off Samoa here. And it's a Samoan play the ball. They say no to the New Zealand Kiwis' please. And we've got a captain's challenge coming up here. I heard the whistle. And Danny Fressen's prediction in the chat is that it's going to be golden points. Well, we still need to get that try from Samoa, but I'll take it. If this goes to golden point, I will absolutely lose it. That will be something absolutely special. Especially if Samoa win it in golden point. Oh my God. Just, oh my God, legends. We're watching it. So, yeah, there's iPad. All right, watch iPad. Is that... No, there's no touch. They're looking for the smallest touch. There is no, he doesn't touch that. He didn't touch that. The Samoan didn't touch that. That's a joke. I do not believe that finger touched it. I don't care. Show me a freeze frame. I do not care. I do not care. I have to stand by my morals and be honest there. And New Zealand on the attack here. I'm a live legend, so that's good. That's a relief in itself. We couldn't do it without you. Kitty down the left here. Very long, slow recovery, but I'm okay, thank you. Well, we're glad to hear that you're okay, and take your time with your recovery, legend. You're never forced to be here, but it's appreciated when you are here. Down the left now, right in front of that try line, we go over to McLean, who goes to Dylan Brown, who goes to Fisher Harris, sling, shot, and couldn't break through the line there. Woo. Marley says it's 10:45 p.m. here in Washington Saturday night. Let's go Toa Samoa versus tomorrow church. Let's go, Malele. Let's go, legend. Joanne Goosen says go New Zealand in the chat. We got a mix of Samoa and New Zealand support right now in the chat. It's good to see. I love a mixture of support in the chat. Forward with a high kick here. Is this a winner? It's a winner, is it? Dylan Brown, no! And it nearly ended up in Samoa's hands. I reckon that this is going to be a full set for New Zealand again, and it is. It is. Oh, no. Samoa fighting for their tournament here. And Tapani, it's death by 1,000 Samoan defenders here. He gets to the 10-meter, and down he goes. Crosland gets it to White here. Defoe White now. And you got to go left here, surely. Crossland crosses to the left here for him. To Dylan Brown. Gets it over. It's a bit of a mess up there from New Zealand. Is there a knock-on at any point there? Any knock-on? They still got it. The ref says no. They're okay, legends. I am a Kiwi supporter. I know you are, legend. You're supporting the New Zealand Kiwis, legend. It's good to see. Dylan Brown. Brown passes. McLean. New Zealand have surely won the game. Go left, Zoldy. Go left. And Shawty's got to try. Dylan Brown and McLean embrace as he wraps it up with the shoelace. So tight. And the dynamic running from Dylan Brown bags McLean a try. And that's been tremendous there from them. Absolutely tremendous here from them. No, I didn't lose connection, Will. Always thought Crossland was an Aussie, looks more Aussie than Kiwi. Honestly, I thought the same, Legend. He does look more Aussie than Kiwi, but sometimes looks are deceiving, ain't they? Sometimes looks are very deceiving. And they lead now by 10 points with 12 minutes and a half to go. You almost got to argue, do Samoa have to go short? I don't know if New Zealand are going to easily give this away anymore. Kick to come now for the New Zealand Kiwis. Jermaine Asako on the sideline here. Just looking for the kick to settle this potentially. Jermaine Asako. Shout out to Dylan Brown and McLean, though. That was unbelievable. Dylan Brown with the beautiful run down the left, showing just what Newcastle paid for as he passes it over to his supporting winger there with Casey McLean. Speaking of wingers, Asako with the kick. And for the first time ever, not only is it going off target, but it doesn't curve in. I've never seen an Asako kick that doesn't curve in some way. Absolute miracle. Daddy says heaps of time. The time is there. The time is there, but they've got to... It's the kind of moment where, yes, there's time, but they can't be just chilling as well, Legend. They have to be switching on now. This is going to be an absolutely huge last 12 now. What a game we've had, Legends. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, are you even living life well? The short kickoff works. Luai keeps moving. Plays the ball now. Over to Sua. To'o, and they're on the 10-meter line of New Zealand already. Here they come. Samoa. They want to try. They want an instant try. Molo to the right now. Samoa. They keep moving with it here. Over to the left. Luai. And then it's Sua. That's a beautiful pass to Jaden Sua there by Jerome Luai. Pat him on the back, man. Just want to give him a big old hug for that one. And Lolu. Over to Payne Haas. To Luai. Tongo. And it's 6 again for Samoa here. New Zealand off their line, it seems. Samoa, Harris Davida. This seems like a gift from the gods themselves. Sasagi. Held on the 10 now. Molo through the middle now. Could have seen a try coming there potentially there. He couldn't get it. Luiello here. Gets it to Luai. Good hands. Back. To'o. That is all backwards play. All backwards here. And To'o is allowed to keep moving with momentum here. Still fighting in the tackle. They don't care. They'll give their all till the end. Luai. 2 tackles left in the set here. Terrell May now. And Terrell May held in front here. It's 5th tackle coming up here. And it's a run through. It's 6 again anyways. They don't score, but it's 6 again anyways. Full set of 6 for Samoa. Nearly scoring Loelu. Now Luai to To'o, and To'o has to go down. It's looking really awkward for Samoa at the moment. They need that big play. RTS keeps it alive to Loelu, who goes over to Tavita, to Sasagi, the Tongo uploads, batted back by New Zealand. Is that a knock-on by New Zealand? The ref will say something. The ref will say something. Dean Barrett is all over the place right now on the ground here. What an absolutely insane game this has been. You have not been able to take your eyes off the screen for even a second, Legends. Unless you're like me, who uses 2 eyes as if he has 3. Luai there. It was a brilliant short kickoff, I just got to say. It was an absolutely brilliant short kickoff. And you'd almost have to argue that do they get to him if they don't leave before they've reached the 10-meter? You almost got to argue that with them. And we got another player feeling it here. Molo now. Barely able to walk. Concussion potential symptoms here. A lot of blood. And it looks like Frank Molo is going to have to go off.
Yep, he's been ordered off the field by Clyde. And there's also Dean Mariner. Accidentally copped the shoulder of Dylan Brown as well. And he also seemed to, it looks like the back of the head was hit on Francis Mola by Sasagi too in the tackle, his own teammate, self-inflicted. Self-inflicted damage is so crazy in this game, in these games, by the way. I still remember when Nasper the Storm accidentally knocked out his own teammate trying to high shot a player. And both will be unable to come back here. Dean Mariner off the field and Milo. Bye, bye, bye. Way down we go. Been an absolutely epic stream here. We got 9 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. I could round that to 10 minutes, but you guys need to know the exact seconds. That's how we roll here on the channel. We've also got a trainer talking to Papali'i, who's feeling his nose at the moment. Seems to be really hurting. Maybe he'll go off. Lots of blood coming out of his nose there. Blood nose, I'm no stranger to that. Got on those before. And they'll be battling the elements here. I don't know about you guys, but this has been a truly exceptional game to me. I've loved every second of this so far on the channel right now. As New Zealand get the ball, Tapani, fourth tackle coming up in a second here as he takes it. Payne Haas and Terrell May wrapping him up nicely. Come on, Samoa, says 100 Anto. They haven't given up on you yet, Samoa. They haven't given up on you yet. Keep going, you beautiful things. Over to the middle here. It's a good long kick there. And on the 20, To'o manages to get the ball here. Brian To'o now running forward now. To'o. We keep moving with it now. Down they go. Come back. Come back. Shouts 100 Anti. Running multiple times here. And they'll need a miracle here. Jerome Luai. Almost around here. Finds the pass. Sasagi gets it to Payne Haas here. Haas. I don't know if Haas will pass this. I think Haas will just go with it here. Go Kiwis, you are the best, says Joanne Goosen in the chat here. By the way, Legends, just 1 like away from 40 likes on the stream. If you haven't hit that like button yet, consider doing it to show this small streamer some love. Liam Pritchard says, Tyler, what are you going to do for Christmas? I'm going to be at Paraleagues, Legend. Uh-oh, I'm going to be swarmed. Yeah, I'm going to be at Paraleagues, Legend. Francis Molo finally looking to come off now. Thought he was going to go off before, but now he finally gets out of there. Too much for him. Brad sometimes says, let's go, Legend. Pretty good game, but as expected, New Zealand coming good. Last week, though, they played a not-so-good Tonga. They just looked like they were on fire. I know, ma'am. I know. It's been crazy, man. Brad sometimes says, I'll be your 40 like. Appreciate it, Brad, man. Very much so. Samoa breaking through down the left here and held away. Kiwis all day, shouts Ruben into the chat here. Remember, we read every single comment here, Legends. Back round here to the right. Oh, it's a juggle. It's a circus. Put up the tents. I'll get my act together. I'll start going all crazy because you know what? If you watch me try to juggle something, it would be a circus. I'm going to end up getting a blood nose from it because I'm going to hit myself, man. Enjoy your game, boy. Good luck, Go Samoa. You are the best friend. Appreciate it, Nelson. Right back at you, man. Well, you got a Paraleagues for Christmas? For dinner, Legend. For dinner, Legend. I'll be at my new house that I'm moving to for most of it, but I'll be having dinner there for Christmas. Samoa. Absolutely brilliant, Neutralizer. Neck minute, says Ruben. It's been a while since I've heard that in the comments, but yeah, neck minute. And here comes for him. All the way around here. And we keep moving with it, Legends. Up with it. And Tarpany now. Straight and through here. And he's there.
Barlow on the defense. Win paid ass. That's some big forwards you don't want to deal with. And with a kick in the air here for New Zealand, IPAP and Samoa get the ball. That's got to be a penalty for Samoa. New Zealand not careful enough, surely, right? Surely. Are you kidding? It has to be a penalty for Samoa. He hit him in the air, bruh. He hit him in the air, brother. Good luck, boy. Cheers, man. Right back at you. Oh, my God. Goodness me. So it looks like somehow the penalty's going to go to New Zealand, and New Zealand are going to take the shot. But genuinely, for me, it was a hit in the air. Genuinely. All right, Category 2 HIA ruling for Francis Molo is the update. He will be unavailable. With only 6 minutes left on the clock, he will be unavailable for the rest of the game, Legends, unfortunately. There you go. Now Asako from the sideline here. The Tongan Bulldog in the chat here says, Samoa! Chee-hoo! Rate my Chee-hoo out of 10, Legends. Come Kiwis, let's haka to the end. Keep it going, matter hard. Keep it going as hard as you can, Legends, all right? Keep it going as hard as you can. All good, Neutralizer. Peace out, worldwide to you. See you in 2026, bro. See you in 2026, Neutralizer. It's going to be legendary. It's going to be super legendary. This whole game's been legendary, but it's going to get even more legendary from there, all right? From there, it's going to get even more. It doesn't end there, though, Legends. Remember, we'll be sticking around for the trophy lift as well, Legends. So don't worry, the hype doesn't end right at halftime as well. That's something we've started doing on the channel for finals. They've got a 12-point lead here now, New Zealand, with just 5 minutes left. And the chances New Zealand blow this are extremely low now, unfortunately. Well done on the NRL streams this year and the vlogs. I really like seeing you at Pregame this year. See you in 26. Oh, I really appreciate it, Liam. I'll see you in 2026 as well, man. It's been an amazing ride with you, and I can't wait to build even more in 2026, bro. 2025 was great and all, but I look forward to 2026 where I won't be taking breaks and we will be going full throttle on it all. Legends, if you've really enjoyed this content, keep an eye out because 2026 is going to be the year for us, all right? Over to the right now, forward with the kick here for New Zealand in front of the 10. To'o gets it and he loses the ball off of a huge hit there on fifth tackle. How much time was left, says Tongan Bulldog? Only 4 minutes and 10 seconds at the moment, unfortunately. Tongan Bulldog! Isaiah Papali! Down the left! And it's 30! It's 30! And he has a double! Papali makes it 30-14. And that is incredible stuff from the New Zealand Kiwis. Despite Samoa's incredible first half, New Zealand have shown why they were the favourites in this one and have given us a performance for the ages. Unfortunately, this won't be the historic win that Samoa were looking for anymore. What a game, says while she edits. What a game. I couldn't agree more, man. Loved every second of this on the chat, Legends. Let's go, Kiwis, says the legend right here. Just don't miss from in front like this, Bulldogs. Never, never. You should never. Love your work, says Daddy Fresson. Thank you very much, man. We do our best here on the channel. Or at least I do my best. I'm kind of a one-man show compared to most things that do well. Which makes it a little tougher when I'm not well because, you just don't end up being able to do things. How many Samoans play for the Kiwis? There's probably some there. I couldn't tell you exactly which ones, Legend. I don't want to make assumptions, but... Walsh's get a try conversion ban for his last game. Yeah, let Foreign... Why aren't you letting Foreign get the conversion? Let Foreign do this one, Sarko, you muppet. Oh, and look, you missed it, Sarko. This is why you let him take it, Asako, you fool! You fool, Asako! Up the wax, says Daddy. Absolutely incredible. And you know what? I don't personally get to watch CommBank Stadium on the TV much because I'm usually at the games when it comes to CommBank, cheering on the Parramatta Eels. So I don't usually end up streaming CommBank games. But man, oh man, has this been a privilege and an experience. Let's go, Samoa! Says Earl Tino in the chat as they get hyped up. Just 3 minutes until New Zealand can fully celebrate. Well, leave excuses behind, up the support for all teams. Absolutely legend. Excuses behind us. Foreign should have kicked. Agreed. I think we can all agree here. Give Kieran Foreign the kick. They're full of it. What are they doing? What, are they that confident they're going to get another try? Should have given Foreign some points for his last game. Like, come on. Isn't that what we do? The game was decided by this point. Like, what are they doing? 13 over Kiwis. Let's go, Danny. 13 over. Let's go. They did it for you, man. They did it just for you, Danny. Almost around here. Danny Freshen says Broncos. The Broncos. You go for the Brizzies, legend. And here we go to the left here. Kitty. Back to Dylan Brown here. Back to Chance here. And Chance goes alone now. And CNK will score for New Zealand. I swear to God, I'm jumping through this screen if you don't give it to Fora and Asako. I swear to God, I am jumping through this screen. Tufa Safua. No, don't let him kick, bro. Missed in front. No, let him kick, man. Let him kick. Let him kick. Let him kick from the sideline here, Kieran, for him. We're going to forget about that one time he missed it. It's not full time yet, legend. It's not full time yet. We still got like over a minute to go. CNK! Let Foreign kick, bees. Please do it for Ruben. Let Foreign kick. Come on. Let Kieran Foreign kick. God damn it. What are you doing, legends? What are you doing? Tyler, it's been a long NRL season. A very long one, but we stick through it together, Liam. Wonder how the London Bronx will go with Darren Lockyer. I haven't watched Super League, so I don't know if they're good or not, bro. I'm looking to get into Super League in the near future, man, and I don't know if I'll have a team in it, but I'll look to get into it like as a game itself. And I don't know how it will look with them either, man, but I'm keen to see how they go as well, legends. Toggin says, come on, Samoa. Come on, Samoa. The Toggin going for Samoa. You know what? I respect that very much so. And what a career it has been for Kieran Foran, but he's not going to be taking the kick because Asako is a little poopy pants. Yeah, little poopy pants McGee over here. Asako there, messing it up for us all. And it's 36-14. How dare they? Apparently, he's brought some PNGs over. So, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. He's building there for them. Congrats to the Samoans who play for Kiwi. Congrats, man. Thank you for the amazing commentating, lol. I did my best, man. It's all good. It's full time for the Kiwis fans all Sunday. All Sunday, brother. Celebrate, all right? Absolutely celebrate. Do not let anybody take this away from you. This is still an epic victory. Samoa should be proud of the effort that they put in. You challenged New Zealand so hard until that last 20. You could argue even last 15-10. But after that, it fell off. But even then, you should be so proud of most of the game. You just got to work on doing it for the 80 versus New Zealand. You dropped off a little in the earlier game too when you played them. So, but overall, not bad. And New Zealand, wowee, the effort. Unbelievable stuff. Almost around here. You're not in Samoa now, Uso. Not anymore, legends. And New Zealand now wrapped up here, Tarpany. We're in the final minute now of the game here. Pacific champs, baby, says Ruben. Nice Samoa too. GG, W Kiwis in the chat. W the Kiwis, bro. Not a very nice ending anyways.
I'm heading off. Going to miss your streams. It's okay, Rinakama. We'll be back in no time. All right, bro? All right, we'll be fine. Don't worry about it. No, stop eating. Wait, after. We're not eating, bro. We're not eating yet. We're not eating. We're going to be doing, we're going to be talking until they lift the trophy. Once they've wrapped it up and lifted the trophy and all that, I'll be out of here. But until then, we're going to be chilling here. All right. So here we go. All right. In a moment, we're about to do the 10-second countdown here. A Samoa run. Luai. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Talangi takes the tackle. And New Zealand are champions of the Pacific Cup. Kieran Foran gets his swan song. 36-14. New Zealand, the victors in this one. Despite all that the first half said in conclusion, New Zealand found a way around there and made all the difference in the world. They should be super proud of their accomplishments in this one. Well, she says, oh, shit, 100 free viewers. 100 free viewers. Yeah, it's been a pretty good stream today. The max we got in this stream was, we got 146 viewers at one point while she edits. And we also had a stream a year and a bit ago where we got 226 viewers, which was very good. We run a great shift here. Congratulations to all players, but Kiwis, bring it home. Absolutely legend. Couldn't agree more there. Congratulations to all the winners today, actually, all right? And for those of you going, TJC, who were all the winners today besides New Zealand? Well, TJC's got your back, legends. We started off with the morning game at 1 a.m. over here, where Australia won their third straight Ashes game against England, 30-8. That was a very close game for most of it before it fell off. Over to Cook Islands, who bested the South African Rhinos, before we moved over to the women's game where the Jillaroos bested the Ferns 40-8 there. And it wasn't the best game for the Kiwis. Luckily for them, they found redemption today with 36-14 versus Samoa here. Let's go, Samoa, says Tino in the chat here. I appreciate you, Tino, for jumping in, man. I'd stay till the end, but I've got to eat. That's all good, Renakama. Eat, bro. Enjoy, man. Enjoy your food, bro. Loved your commentating, bruh. Hey, appreciate it, man. I did my best. You know, it's hard to keep up sometimes with how quick everything is, you know, and I do have a breathing condition, so like sometimes it can be a bit awkward, but you know, I think we did really good today. We did really good overall, and you should be really proud here. You're doing live cricket streams. Probably not, George, as I'm not a cricket fan, but those are there for you to enjoy. Vito in the chat says Toa Samoa showing some support for the unfortunate losers in this game here. I genuinely thought in the first half that Samoa were going to do it, man. I just got to say that, you know, I genuinely thought Samoa were going to get the job done. It didn't end up being the case, but genuinely I thought that Samoa were going to lift up the table and get it over the line. Just didn't end up happening between the two teams here. Kieran Foran currently embracing his ways there with his team. Honestly, what an incredible career he has had, Kieran Foran. You know, he started it at the Manly Sea Eagles, of course, before moving over to... Actually, let's get it all up here because I think that I'm forgetting one of the clubs he played for as well, legends. That's right, TJC's forgetting a stat. You know, he ends his career having played 147 games for Manly, plus 49 more later down the track. 9 for Parramatta. Don't forget the 1 try he scored for us. Then he went over to the Warriors. I mean, the Kiwi himself. Then to Dogs. Back over to Manly. To the Titans, where he retired from club footy and now is officially done with footy overall after besting Samoa. Drink water bottle. Oh, absolutely. We're going to be drinking water, bro, after this one. We're going to be drinking a lot of water after this one, man. I'm going to need a lot of water. You see, I will watch the Ashes Test series. Good for you, George. Enjoy the tests when it's on, bro. Please, Samoa, win. Please win. And please don't lose. Unfortunately, Samoa lost, legend. Eels minor premiership is my opinion, and Arrow premiers Parramatta Eels. George, I heavily appreciate that, man. It's going to be the year, all right? It's going to be the year.
I can't wait for it, bro. It's going to be absolutely epic between the sides, legend.
The New Zealand Kiwis, we opened it up with a try for Samoa that came out of absolutely nowhere, but it was brilliant and early, just what they needed there when Mr. Brian To'o flew over in the 10th minute there. Then it went over to Simi Sasagi, who intercepted, and you thought that it was going to go all Samoa from there. But then Nafau White gets the one try of the first half. And then in the second half, New Zealand just completely switch on in the defense, and there's nothing that they can do about it there, right? Absolutely nothing they can do about it. They couldn't wrap it up. They couldn't finish it. The job was done there. The New Zealand Kiwis, with a lot of leadership and a lot of effort, found their ways around there in a beautiful sense of the word, right? Just too much for them to be able to handle there. Credit where it's due, though. They weren't... I don't care what the scoreline finished as. I would not consider them disgraced. I would not consider them disgraced whatsoever in this one here, legends, between them, Samoa and New Zealand here. And your champions, legends, are as follows. For the New Zealand Kiwis, Keanu Kitty, Asako, Matt Tomoko, Charles Nickel-Klokstad, Casey McLean, Dylan Brown, Kieran Foran, Fisher Harris, Crossland, Moses Leota, Brighton Nakora, Isaiah Papali'i, and Joseph Tapade. Tamari Martin, Nafau White, Aaron Clark, and Willison were your victors, as well as Sorensen as 18th man. What a talented team this was that have bested the Samoans in this one here. And unfortunately, Samoa's record of never being able to beat New Zealand has continued today. You thought maybe it wouldn't, but unfortunately it has here. Kentucky says, try harder, try Samoa. Charles Kendall says, good game. It was a good game. Charles wasn't hit it on the target right now. Nice one, Tyler. Thanks for the stream. All good, Daniel Bate. It was a privilege providing you with the stream here, legends, in this one. It was a huge privilege that I will never be able to put into words exactly just how great it was, Like, it's not every day you get a game like that was so special. And it's, I'm going to be silly old me here and just reflect a little, as this is the final stream of the year that's proper for us. What a year it has been. We reached that 5K milestone. We kept building from there. We're actually on track to be the most followed Parramatta Eels creator on here. So it's great stuff all around from us, legends. An incredible community we've built over the years, and I look forward to next year, which I hope is just going to be bigger and better than ever. Thanks to you guys who jump in and view the streams. Well, I guess I put them up and I talk, but it's a team effort in a way, right? Nichols says, go the Kiwis. Go the Kiwis. Go the Kiwis, brother. They deserved that win more than anybody else in this one. Nobody else deserved that. Samoa deserved it in the first half, but they did not deserve it after that second half, unfortunately. Liam says, thanks for everything this year. It's all good, Liam, man. It's all good, bro. It was my pleasure. Thanks for all you do, legend. Appreciate you. Right back at you, Melissa. Rugby NRL 2026. Yes, Nichols. Yes, bruh. Crack up, says Ruben. An absolute crack up. They were stitched up, bro. Stitched up. Yeah, of course you'll see me in 2026, George. I'm not going to leave that easily. You're not getting rid of me so simply, legends, okay? I'm not somebody that's just going to ditch out of nowhere. All right? Listen, okay, you can do a lot to get rid of me, but it's not going to happen naturally, all right? And trust me, it won't work out very well for you. I am kind of like a bug. I'm like, you ever had a fly that just won't leave you alone? I'm that fly, okay? Even if you find me annoying, you will always have me buzzing in your ear in some way, legends, no matter what you do, legends. No matter how far you run, I'll be around somewhere. Lots to come, I'll be there. Exactly, Daniel Bate. Lots to come in the future, and you'll be right there alongside. You're like a cockroach. Exactly. I'm like a cockroach, only I don't like that term because I'm not a New South Welshman. I am a Kayo.
But yeah, essentially like that. You're right. Anything could try to stop me, and it wouldn't be able to, man. Anything. Do you play Roblox? Not really, Legend, no. But I think my brother does. Yes, I have a brother. Funnily enough, his initials are ABC. You know, so you'd think he was an educational channel if he did what I did for my channel naming strategy, right? He'd be ABC Sports. Well, imagine that, Legends, if I was the ABC. I'd be like, how different would history be? I'd be like, welcome to the ABC Sports Halftime Show with your host, ABC. Yeah, bro, keep going, Tyler. You're smashing it, bro. And you guys are smashing it in the support, man. Up on the Queenslander, Ruben. Yeah, the game's done, man. The game's done. The game's finished. In fact, I should probably change that so that you guys don't get the wrong idea post-game. We are just talking. We're just reflecting a little bit as this is the final stream of the year, and then I'll be out of here. I'll probably be gone in a few minutes, Legends, don't worry, Max. Just reflecting a little, yeah. Obviously, my team didn't finish in the best position this year. At least Australia went the 3 straight, and Queensland completed that epic comeback. That was great for me. 11th place, much better than I thought Para would finish, but it's still not ideal. We'd like to be in finals next year, hopefully, between us. Maybe we'll dethrone. Who will we dethrone? We'll dethrone Panthers. Maybe kick Panthers out of it, eh? Get them out of here, Legends. Sorry, some little person here deleted a message by accident. Sorry. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me, Melissa? That's all good. We're fine here, Legends. We're chill. What is there to really lose now, right? What is there to lose really anymore, guys? I don't think there's anything to lose anymore here. Honestly, for me overall, I think we've wrapped up nicely the year with this stream here. I think this is a great finish to everything that we do on the channel, eh? If you've enjoyed Legends, today's streams and all that good stuff, consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the notification bell to be notified of every time we upload and stream Legends, because this is going to be a long-term deal. You're putting in a great commitment, and you're going to have a blast with your boy TJC Sports Legends. Don't worry, though, okay? I won't be dancing every time. No promises, though, when I will or not. Panthers is the worst team ever. Right? Absolutely. Legend in your own mind. In my mind, it's happening, and in real life, it's happening, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it actually feels somewhat poetic that the final stream we do, right, is at CommBank Stadium as well. The stadium where I was all year showing up to support my Eels, And, I make no secret of the fact that, I am really passionate about my rugby league and about Parramatta Eels and all that, and I always love the international scene and seeing all the different cultures and stuff. And this is just an absolutely legendary time. Everything about this has been special. Anyways, the New Zealand Kiwis are your Pacific Championship winners for 2025. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, all that good stuff. I already said it. I'm not going to repeat it again because I don't want to be one of those Muppets. Appreciate you guys so much. Can't wait for next year. This has been an unbelievable stream. Tell your friends. Let's go and keep building this community. I'll see you guys in no time. You'll see videos throughout the next months and a bit, but the streams will be slowing down a little bit. Overall, though, you'll see a lot coming from around December and further out. So thank you so much, Legends. See you then. Appreciate you all. What a stream it was. Love it. Good on the Kiwis. Better luck next time, Samoa. This was epic. Great stream, Legends.